Jeff Hicks, and Dion has finally admitted to enjoying Dark Fate.
Nope. Don't you fuck up my intro for that bullshit. I am not going to stand for this character assassination. I was going to say my new porn site, #Peacock, was being created today, but now you done throw me off and shit. Fucking throwing charges at me of liking shitty movies with shitty butterfly knife scenes in it. I don't know how I can take this shit.
Dude, that was a super chat from our friend Deadeye. I wanted to start the shot a little differently, but let's redo it for you, man, since you got all this energy. I don't want to derail my best buddy. So, welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, I have a brand new announcement that you didn't just hear about. But my new porn site, Peacock.com, is starting. And I promise you, it is not copying the name of an already established streaming service that is going to be starting in the near future. I swear.
Up next is the last standing Simone Big Rig Nick Utam.
Oh, man. To quote Louis Farrakhan, never mind.
What's the rule? What is the rule, Nick?
Oh, I know the rule. That's what I was trying to fake everybody out. I was just like, no, I'm not going to do that. I know better.
Kendo was just here. Here he goes.
Damn it, Kendo. There he is.
All right, and finally, American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
I keep telling myself every day it's going to be better, but it's not.
Well, it's Thursday, so that means it's better because you're here hanging out with your boys.
Hey.
So,
That's
folks,
true.
tonight is
and it's been hot as shit outside.
Well, it's hot here too. It's episode. It's what we got, like 90-something degrees out here. I'm reading the episode number, thinking, oh, it's great. Yeah, it's what do we got? 75 degrees. I guess it's not that bad here today. Shit, I can't complain.
If the temperature was the episode number, we'd all look like the Nazis at the end when we looked into the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh God,
it's 86 degrees here in Atlanta. So,
damn.
Yeah, it's like 90 something here. 100% humidity. The real feel is like 110. It's been like that for the last few days. It sucks. I've actually felt like I've been looking into the Ark of the Covenant being outside. I can just no way.
Don't look at it, Marion. So
don't look at it. Don't look at it.
So, folks, we got a pretty fun show, a packed show tonight for you. We're going to be talking about the newly announced Star Wars film release dates, which will be interesting. We're going to be talking about this Star Trek show. Yes, other people in this community can talk about Star Trek. Dion's been a Star Trek fan since day one, so he's got a lot of interesting points to make about the newest Star Trek series, whatever the hell it's called. It's in the title of the video. I'm not watching it. And then we're going to be talking about something fairly controversial / relevant. The government's calling out Disney for their relationship with China.
Oh,
yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. So before we start that, let's do what we always do, and let's start with our Patreon. So first off, I want to thank our friend Mark, who just upped his Patreon pledge to the highest tier. Thank you, Mark. You know who you are out there. Also want to thank our friend Carlos, who joined at the highest tier possible. Thank you. We also had our friend Christoph Komu join at the highest tier possible. So, I mean, we've had a pretty solid week of new patrons. We also want to give a shout out to our friend G Marks, as well as, just in case we missed anyone, Ian McHale. So just in case we missed anybody while we were, there we go. There we go. No, we didn't miss anybody. The Major Spike, thank you again. But yes, so what we've been doing over on Patreon this week is vlogs. What do we do when we're not on air? Well, you can join us and watch us over there. We have 3 episodes of the Kendo Chronicles. We also have the first chapter of the Utam Diaries. And then I'm going to be out of town this weekend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film a few things while I'm out in the middle of nowhere. And, we'll see what Dion has to say. Dion, I feel like you're the only guy that I would have to watch this video before I just randomly upload it, because I don't want it to turn into like a 45 minutes.
That's a good idea. But I also feel like Dion's video is going to be him smoking and drinking on his porch. Like that's going to be that's. I mean, I'm not dissing that. I'm just saying that's going to be what it is.
It should be.
It's funny. That's exactly what I was thinking in my head too. We'll just call it the New Adventures of Porch Dion or something.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Can we change the title of that quickly? Balcony Dion. It's a balcony, sir.
That probably has a little bit nicer ring to it, for sure.
Yes.
God damn it.
So Last week, what we did was we had our PO box segment. So we're going to have that in a couple of minutes. So there's actually a box full of, I believe it's all from one guy. And I don't mean like a box just like, oh, it's a couple things. It's our air fryer box full of more stuff. So yeah, it's a lot. So we'll get to that in just a moment. But since we've had this COVID crap ruin entertainment for 2020, it makes us appreciate what we have, makes us lament what we don't. And this week would have been Comic-Con, and there have been a ton of announcements, merchandise mostly. What did you guys see of it, if anything? And if anything, what excites you?
I did see NECA come out with a Part 7 Jason that looks really good. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, it looks really, really good. And I was just like, I might have to purchase that. So yeah, that's what I've seen so far. I still have to look at the other things that came out from them and what else come out as well. So, but yeah,
this is a dangerous time of the year for me, boys. Last year, I bought a rock statue.
I remember that.
I was so like, we had Razor Fist on last year, and I was so excited. I was like, hey, Razor Fist's here. He's an awesome guy. Oh my god, a statue of the Rock. I don't care about anything else. Like when we had that show and you guys were talking, I was like, that statue is so real. I can't wait to buy it. So anyway, Comic-Con time is always, I need to watch myself because it's like, oh, this NECA figure looks nice of Doc Brown. I'm going to pre-order it. Oh, wait, they have a brown suit variant of Wolverine from Mafex. I kind of need that. Oh, shit, Batman the Animated Series. Oh, my God, a Hot Toys Classic Suit Spider-Man. When does it end? It doesn't. So I can't. I have to hold myself. Like every morning I wake up on my phone like, what am I going to see today? Kendo, did you see anything that interested you?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
I have not actually looked at anything. I've kind of been avoiding it ever since I pre-ordered the shit out of a bunch of stuff over the last couple months because I'm essentially just, it's like, do you guys just accept direct deposit? I'm just going to reroute my paychecks to you guys to the Big Bad Toy Store because like I said, I've got those 3 Back to the Future ones. I pre-ordered that Ninja Turtle old school deal thing that came in a little party wagon. I was one of the lucky 5,000. Shout out to whoever. Yeah. So shout out to whoever the hell posted that link in the Facebook fan page that I just so happened to sit down at the desk at like 9:00 in the morning, saw that on there, pre-ordered it, and then within an hour they were all gone. So,
jeez.
Woo, good for me.
It took that long.
It
took a whole hour.
Majora's Mask thing. Yeah. So like I've got a lot of pre-orders in, so I've kind of not looked at anything in the last few days other than that Doc Brown thing that you sent. I was like, I'm gonna have to get that, but I'm not gonna go to that website because I was like, I'm not going to that website because that's gonna cost me probably another $100.
Well, Doc Brown's only $27, but yes, I understand. It's like you can't not impulse buy from Big Bad Toy Store. It's like, ooh, this is on.
I was gonna say it's. Yeah, I'll be like, there's $30 for Doc Brown. Oh, they got this too? Oh, shit, I need that. Oh, it's a pre-order. I don't have to pay anything yet. I can just pay later. And all of a sudden, I wake up one day and I see that I've got like 12 bank withdrawals. It's like, shit.
Dude, I got an email from them the other day. It's like, did you know your Optimus Prime's on the way? I'm like, Optimus Prime? When did I buy Optimus Prime? Last year, apparently, I saw a fucking model kit for $30. I was like, this is too cool not to get. And now it's on its way. So, yay, pre-orders. Dion.
That is actually one of the fun things about this year.
Just randomly getting shit in the mail that you bought last year?
All the shit that's... Well, yeah, because like with the COVID thing, everything's been pushed back. Like I bought the NECA Pennywise It Chapter 2, pre-ordered that back in like December, and it was supposed to be out Q1 of 2020, and it still hasn't shipped yet. So it's like any day now, I'll have completely forgot that I pre-ordered it, and it'll just pop up that, hey, there's $30 went out the drain. What's that? Oh, I forgot I bought that. So that's the one kind of neat thing. It's just all this random shit that I'll find out that I actually paid for.
Yeah, it just sucks when all of a sudden it comes out at once. It's like, hey, James Bond from Sideshow, The Rock. Right. What was I thinking?
It's like we should petition and be like, look, can you stagger this stuff and like maybe release one thing a month instead of like 12 things I want to buy in June?
Could you please send a text message and an email saying you're going to take the money out like on this day so we know what's happening? Just give us a warning.
Right.
Just want a warning.
I have to be careful because Jesse has a drinking stream after this one, and I know how I get. Like oh, I've had like 6 beers. Let me not pre-order a fucking
Right.
Robert, what's his name? T1000 action figure.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
need one. Robert Patrick. Like, I don't need one, but it'll just show up. By the way, 2 people in the chat. I want to give a shout out to our friend Blue Watcher. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Blue Watcher.
Happy birthday, buddy.
And our friend Amy in the chat. She had some dental surgery, but she's doing well. So glad everyone's doing well. See, folks. But Dion, anything from Comic-Con that tickled your fancy in terms of collectibles? Because they're not making any film announcements. There's nothing.
Yeah.
When are we going to back into production? I don't know. Sometime.
Yeah, in the future, maybe. Not really, man. I mean, there are a lot of posters, cool ass posters that I saw that I definitely may want to get. I mean, a lot of Batman stuff. There was a really cool Two-Faced exclusive poster. In that kind of like that old noir sense. There was a couple Spider-Man posters that I really dug. I'm still hurting and kicking myself for not getting that goddamn exclusive Macho Man Slim Jim figure from last year. So I really haven't been.
Did you get him, man?
Huh?
Did you get him or you tried to?
I tried to. I waited too long, and then it sold out. Because you had told me about it, and then I waited till. I think I got out of work and it was sold out. So
well, buddy, I got some good news for you. I bought an extra one, and you can have it.
You are the man. I will definitely buy it off you because I feel bad just taking it. But fuck yeah.
Well, look, at next time I go to Cincinnati, I'll find it and have either my mom mail it to you, or I'll have my mom mail it. It'd be cheaper to mail from Ohio to Michigan. So
right, deal. Perfect.
Yeah, I got a bonus one. You have to be extra careful. You can't open it up and look at it because it's got a perforated thing that you have to pull the tab like a real box of Slim Jims. So
gotcha. No, for sure. That's probably one that would stay in the case anyway, especially since I'm waiting for my Christopher Reeve Superman anyway. And it's funny that you guys mentioned that because I just got charged for John Wick.
Same.
I forgot that I fucking ordered it. I was like, oh my god, did they? And I was like, oh yeah. Well, good job, self. You outsmarted yourself. So I had a little mini chubby when I saw that notification. I was like, fuck yeah. November can't come fast enough.
Our friend Dr. Coffindale says, it's Thursday night. One of the few times in the week I don't long for the release that death will bring. Seriously, help me. Well, Dr. Coffindale, I have some bad news that I can't help you with. Horror Hound Indianapolis has been canceled. So there will be no WCBS presence anywhere, I guess. Well, the Vegas convention, but that'll probably get canceled too. So.
God, I hope not. Jesus,
I don't want to. Jesse's got her 30th birthday.
I don't know, man. The way things
are coming out, it's going to be a fucking event.
Yeah, what is it? This last weekend we had the Days of the Dead happen in I think it was Indianapolis as well. And it was a shit show.
I saw videos about it on Facebook actually.
Yeah,
I watched the one that you posted, Nick, and I was like, yikes, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna send you the picture that the official Days of the Dead thing posted like that Friday, and tell me what you think and what you see is wrong with this.
All right, send it to me via the Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, that was their official picture the first day of the convention.
I am not even going to show this on air because I hate it that much.
Yeah, that's why I sent it to you privately. I was like, I'm not. I don't want this to see it seen on air, but like, this is really shitty what they did. So
yeah, I'm not like. I'll show it. I'll look at it, Jesse. I'll show you this in a minute. It's a picture that this convention used.
A big oof.
Yeah, it's it's a horror convention. You'll see what it is. I want you to see it. It's just incredibly bad taste. We're all kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, because I mean, like, and everybody was complaining. They're like, oh, this, oh, you guys are too sensitive and this and that. I was like, there's. First of all, I love this actor. I was very sad when he died, and then you make fun of him because of it. Like, I'm sorry. I can't do that.
Yeah, Robin Williams is just sacred.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what do you think? Told you, it's pretty shitty, isn't it? Yeah, it's tasteless. Ugh.
Yeah, but they decided to have their convention, and some people bought like 3-day passes. I think they had 29 guests announced, only 19 showed up. Yeah, and a lot of the vendors didn't show up either. Like apparently in the video I shared with everybody, the guy got everything done in like 2 hours, and then left. I was like, shit, man,
crazy.
Yeah, because the last horror convention I went to was in February here in Atlanta. It was Days of the Dead here, and it was still it was okay. But I should have known that 2020 was going to be real bad because somebody got shot outside of the convention that Saturday night.
What the fuck?
I'm not even kidding. That happened.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was upstairs. I was upstairs in my room asleep, and all of a sudden I hear cops and everything wailing by and stuff like that. And I was like, what the hell's going on? Apparently, oh yeah, somebody got shot outside the club across the street from the hotel that the convention was at. So
Jesus.
This year just keeps getting better.
yeah, I was like, I should have known from the beginning of that. It's like there's gonna be a year. It's gonna be a shit year.
Well, I have some news that might make the year better for you.
God, I fucking hope so.
It looks like New Mutants
Yeah,
is
I'd
happening.
like to think so.
Is it really?
Oh boy,
Is it actually coming out like in a theater, or is it just coming to VOD? Like, what's the deal with this?
Oh wait, never mind. They changed it. It's still inexplicably scheduled for a theatrical release, but then
Wait,
they
no-
released the film's opening scene.
Oh my god.
I don't know if it's real. I want to believe.
Oh my
can't be
god!
real,
I bought I remember when I had like Regal points, you could actually use them for shit. I bought a New Mutants poster that's in my house.
I remember you saying you bought one. It's like, oh well, at least you'll have the one thing that proves that there was a movie called New Mutants at one point.
And like and mind you, it's a marquee poster. It's front and back, like it's reversed on the side of everything where the light can come through. And I'm just like, this is something that nobody, probably only like 5 other people have in the world because like this doesn't exist. This movie is never gonna come out.
It was all a dream.
Yeah, apparently.
Read Word Up magazine.
New Mutants and other bullshit up in the limousine.
Shh. Oh man, it's the worst. So, the worst. So yeah. Also, one last thing before I do get into the main meat of the show. Today was the big Xbox reveal. They didn't announce the price or the release date of the console, but they showed a bunch of stuff. Did you guys have a chance to check any of that stuff out?
I did not.
I saw the video for Halo Infinite or Infinity or whatever it's called. I saw the 8-minute play of that, and I was like, okay, this looks fun. It looks better than the last game they did. So I just hope they bring back couch co-op, and it's at least a good game, and the story is somewhat okay. Because the last couple ones they've had are just like really fucking out there, and I'm just like, okay, I can't deal with this. But hopefully, we go back to the beginning when things were good, you know.
I saw the video myself, and I am interested. You know, I like Halo. Dion knows Jake and I used to have Halo Fridays every week.
Yep.
Dude,
That's
we used
right.
to. Oh my god, we used to play the shit out of that game. It was funny because it came. I think it came with the original Xbox, and I was the only one amongst my brother, and my cousins who would play it, and they got mad every time I kicked it. I beat them every time because they're like, "Oh, you fucking nerd! You know, you sit there playing the game all the time." I was like, "Yeah, I like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you suck at it. Sorry,
It's like,
I'm sorry.
yeah, weird fucking insult, assholes.
Yeah, it's like I'm sorry. All you play is fucking FIFA 02. Like, calm the fuck down."
But
Easy.
Nick, it's the #1 selling game in that part of the world.
You know, I'm sorry I use strategy and like the way I know how to use the fucking maps to my advantage to blow you up with a damn rocket launcher. My bad.
Dude, I'm not even going to try to start a stream talking about all my great Halo memories because I have so many. It's not even fair.
Yeah, when I was
Well,
yeah. When I was home for when I was in Tennessee for a little bit, I hooked up the old Xbox that was there, and I was playing with everybody online. Like I think a few nights during the time I was there, and it was fun, man, because I felt like the old days. It was nice. It was nice.
I'm hoping there's couch co-op as well.
A lot of fun with Halo. A lot of fun.
Man.
Well, that just means down the road when you guys have, if you decide to get the Halo, we'll play that on our Twitch channel and stuff. So,
Dude, that'll be fun.
That's fun.
our friend Wheezy Bird says Cobra Kai on Netflix next month. Best modern reboot. I agree. That is a
Yes.
fantastic reboot.
Mhm.
Oh yes. I've
Definitely.
not seen season 2 yet. I really should see it, but I just haven't. But no, the first season I thought was amazing. I actually watched it twice. It was really good.
Season 2 is awesome. The ending is fucking a gut buster for sure. But
Okay.
I'm excited for 3. And 2 is they definitely do a great job of one of another OG from the film comes back in season 2 and the motherfucker's up to his same old tricks and and then the dude that's just playing Johnny or whatever is just he's just so fucking good in that show.
Oh, Billy
Season
Zabka?
2 is yeah, he's holding that whole thing together for sure.
I have one question about season 2 because I haven't watched it yet either. Is the Mohawk kid in it?
Yes. They kind of fuck his story up a little bit, which I don't like, but he's still a badass in the show. And there's a really cool episode where they're Cobra Kai is doing this training thing, and it's just Hawk and Miguel like fighting, and it's really fucking cool. It's definitely want to watch season 2. That's probably my favorite episode, where it's them training in the woods. It's fucking dope.
Oh yeah. Well, to make mention of one more show, Tacoma FD part 2 of season 2 is happening tonight, and it's going to be going for the next few weeks. But definitely check that show out and give it some love, because I want more of that show, and we need more of that show.
Is that the Broken Lizard guys?
Yes,
I'll give it a shot. I love them.
Yes.
First season was a lot of fun.
And then our friend Kevin Castillo says, press F for my wallet. I just pre-ordered a metric ton of Transformers and Sideshow statues. Hell, I even got the Transformers Top Gun Maverick.
Oh my god.
I sympathize with you, man.
F, my man.
Oh, the chat's helping me out. I did forget one thing real quick about the meme of the week. Yes, they're asking who won meme of the week. We do. I think it might be a repeat from our friend Francisco. I'm going to show you guys real quick, and you can tell me what you think. But we had one. They're both about Nick and Brie Larson. And, there's not a day that goes by where I'm not proud enough to be, a member of this channel, because it's like, geez, this is the crap we get sent, and I love every minute of it. Oh god, ew, that's the Lena Dunham photo. Gross. Where'd it go?
I had to give that bitch 2 Benadryl just to shut her up, man. So that's why it's so quiet.
Well, you're a hero. So I think it's really hard. It might actually. I don't want to do a repeat, because I don't know. Well, it's a good one. Let me share a couple real quick. So first off, we have this one from our friend Seth. I really enjoy this one. This one might win because Kendo's involved with it. I don't know if it's necessarily a meme, though. This just makes me fucking laugh.
God, what stock image did you take that from? Jeez.
It's from the movie Blow. Listen to this: Nick Larson hanging out, enjoying Kendo's new flavor of Blow, pumpkin slice. Brie approves.
That bitch loves her pumpkins.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. But
my god!
Yeah, hold on. So we have this one that leads into this one, which really meant to have that one. So that might actually win.
Oh my god! I love that I've drawn a fucking plank of wood. Like that's good shit.
Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be a repeat this week. Our friend Francisco wins again. Damn it! It was a good one. We are biased. If you put us in them, we like them. But if you can make us laugh, this was another contender.
That one was.
Oh my god! I saw that.
That one was so bad.
Yeah.
The NWO bit. Oh my god! I could not stop laughing.
Oh my god!
What tells me is how they photoshopped Brie Larson's flat butt into your sunglasses.
I know.
All I want to tell the crowd, the chat, is thank you. This community kicks ass.
Oh my god!
Fucking classic.
I know. I love this. So let's start talking about some Star Wars stuff. A lot of people have joined us tonight to hear us talk about Star Wars. Now, the last couple of years, we've had... Oh, let's go back to Tuesday real quick. On the High Council, I had a Star Wars author, J.W. Rinsler, a man who has worked with George Lucas, a man who has been to the Lucasfilm archive, seen alternate cuts of Star Wars, if you will. This man has done a lot. He's literally written the book on Star Wars. And so if you guys have not had a chance to go back and listen to that interview, it was on this channel in replacement of the High Council this week. I thought it'd be something fun, a little different, because now we have Star Wars news to talk about. So next week on the High Council, we'll have Young Ripa, and we'll cover some more of this in more detail. But today, Disney, the company that no one seems to like anymore, they removed Mulan from the slate, and they pushed back Avatar and Star Wars 1 year. So we have new release dates for Star Wars. Those release dates are December 22nd, 2023, December 19th, 2025, and December 17th, 2027. Now, I don't know about you guys, but 7 years is a little early for me to get excited about a film.
action on that bet with Dion?
What bet with Dion?
Avatar 2.
Oh well, Dion, they did push back Avatar, so your bet is still live. You said the film will never come out.
Yes, and I promise you, right the fuck now, I am a hell of a lot more confident the shit's getting pushed back to. Did they say 2027? Is that the one that's 2027?
No, Star Wars is 2027.
Oh, what was Avatar?
I don't care. Oh wait, hold on.
Well,
wait, hold on. I guess it's now 2022.
Oh God, that's so good.
Oh,
chef's kiss, motherfucking chef's kiss, and you know James Cameron is furiously beating his meat angrily right the fuck now. 2022, and it's gonna get pushed back to 2025. It's gonna get pushed back again. Whatever the fucking I don't know, fucking Sam Worthington's fucking cyst busted on his nutsack. Who knows? That shit ain't coming out.
So Avatar and New Mutants are just never gonna come out ever.
Listen, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a lot more faith that Avatar will come out before New Mutants, but motherfucking, but Avatar 2. I mean, outside of the old gods really wanting to hear Sam Worthington scream randomly, that shit ain't happening.
I
no one wants to hear that anymore.
any sleep if neither movie ever makes it out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, but it's just like it's funny to see Hollywood just become this utter shit show, and all this stuff's gone down. Like they were prepared for it. They were like, oh yeah, we got all this money, and we'll be fine. No, you don't.
Dude, Disney with the park closures, they have essentially cut off all their best revenue. What are they making money from outside of, like, obviously they're making money from home video and merchandise and stuff, but even that has to be slashed. I mean, people aren't buying.
Well, people are buying barely anything now because they don't have any money. So I mean, they're not buying that much. I think we discussed it before, where like they're making money, or it was said in the article, they're making money off of Disney Plus now. And they're hoping to make more starting in October, but we'll see, because I mean, if people aren't making money and they can't pay for Disney Plus anymore, they're going to cut it out of their budget, So
yeah, Disney Plus is a service that we have for free for what, 3 more months or 4 more months, right, Jesse? November is when it launched, right around your birthday.
It was before that. No,
it was October.
Oh, it was October. Okay, that's when The Mandalorian dropped. Okay.
Yeah. Because the whole trick now is that they want you to. The Mandalorian's dropping then, so they want you to re-up for another year or so, and just start paying for it now so they can do it. But yeah, no, thank you.
So let's play a game. Let's try to guess what these Star Wars films are going to be. Now you're going to have your defenders out in the ether. It's going to be Rian Johnson's trilogy, guys. No, it's not. Shut up. Like, if you come here to tell me that Rian Johnson's trilogy is a thing, no, I'd just tell you to go buy the bridge I'm selling, okay? It ain't happening. It's not real. Like, does anybody fucking want it in the chat?
Jeff, how much is that bridge? I'm just asking. Give me. Okay, all right. It's a deal. I'll have my people call your people. We'll do this.
You only get a bridge doing one thing in this fucking galaxy. Making shitty movies. And shout out to my boy Doomcock, because he's been nutting hard on Twitter about, he's got sources that are saying that they really are considering putting the series back in the hands of George Lucas. Now, maybe not, but the fact that so many people are leaking all this information, and apparently, again, according to our boy Doomcock, Disney is struggling to stop all these information leaks. Which again, it's their fault. I do not feel bad for them in the slightest, but I will also say it's very fitting that the hills that they decided to die on at Lucasfilm are the very fucking thing that's stabbing them in the fucking jugular. Because the idea that they're still gonna give Rian Johnson a fucking trilogy when they refuse to fucking announce it, and B, refuse to say his name in the mirror more than 3 times is fucking hilarious. And and it's still hilarious that The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker is still getting torn apart. So you would think, to kind of offset all this bad news And then, of course, before I forget, people dumping on him for taking John Boyega off the goddamn poster. So you cannot explain to me that now would be a great time to announce this new trilogy for John Stain. Because all the news that they're fucking getting, all this shit they're just getting clobbered over, they would say, hey, don't worry, guys, everybody calm down, new trilogy, John Stain's doing it, focus on that. But they're letting all this other shit simmer. And goddamn, it's hilarious, man. It's so hilarious.
Yeah, I was listening to Jeff. You did the interview with JW Tuesday, and even he said there was a change in the way Kathleen Kennedy did stuff and the way they treated people with information. Like when George Lucas was there, it was pretty open, and everybody knew it's like, oh, don't tell anybody. They knew that it was common sense. But he said like once Kathleen Kennedy came in, it was like a lockdown of information across everything, and there was like a police state or something. And I think that in itself, when you're not trusted with the information and you get information, you're more likely to leak it because you want somebody else to know because you know some cool shit, And I don't, and I think that's the problem. If they were more adult with the people and being like, hey, you're part of this, don't say anything. Instead of treating them all like children, you wouldn't have these leaks.
I agree that if you treated people differently, you get a much better response. And the one thing that's funny about that interview I had with J.W. Rinsler, he gave a lot of interesting information. I think Ichibaka actually wrote an article about it on the Disney Star Wars is Dumb.
Ooh.
So yeah, we've always had a segment on that website because Ichibaka has been a friend, but it was nice to have a new one over there. And so, folks, if you haven't watched it, seriously, it's about 2 hours, but it's got no fat on it. It's just straight meat. We jump right into Star Wars fairly early.
Yeah, and I mean the inside stuff he told you was really interesting. I couldn't stop listening to it. I really couldn't, and I thought it was amazing. All the stuff he was saying, and everything he could legally answer for sure was wonderful. It was great.
You know why he agreed to do the interview with me?
Why is that?
Because of Russell. Russell is such a cool dude. He recommended it. So
nice, man.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Russell, folks. If he has any projects, support those and check out All Up from J.W. Rinsler. He's a writer. He's written tons of books. I think what was it? I think it was Jeffrey Turner, aka Mega Jetty 1, picked up the entire trilogy of his Making of Star Wars books on air. So
yeah. He sent a super chat saying that.
Yeah. Dude was great. But with this information here, we're pushing back Star Wars here. I get it, it's because of COVID and all that stuff. That's fine. Even if you push back Star Wars for a decade, it just feels too soon. Like, for as much as we love those movies, that trilogy of movies, and the prequels are fine, some of them are really good, I just feel like there's a finality to Star Wars. There's nothing, they kept telling us, it's the end of the Skywalker saga, the end of the Skywalker saga. Okay, well, that's a newly coined term which covers all of the Star Wars. So that means Star Wars is over, and I, for one, am fine with that. I'm fine with Marvel being over. Just let's move on to the next shit.
Well,
yeah.
I think it's not that it's. Not take that back. I think that's definitely a huge part of it. I think the other thing is there's just so much baggage, and again, going back to what we've been saying since The Force Awakens came out, this is what they wanted. It's just interesting seeing how the result isn't the type of baggage that they thought was going to come out here. So all the shit with obviously. The hype that was The Force Awakens, Last Jedi comes out, it's a fucking shit show. They double down, and then they rush The Rise of Skywalker, which it was very clear that they fucking rushed it, and then all obviously the extracurricular bullshit with shitting on the fans and with Kennedy and the Force's female shit and little baby John Stain on Twitter, and there's so much baggage. The fan base is fucking exhausted. Like, it is so hard, and the easy thing to do is to blame, oh well, we were all divided after The Last Jedi. It's like, no, like there was all this weight put on this trilogy and it failed. That's a lot of emotional baggage, man, and it's become exhausting because, hey, Lucasfilm wanted it to be a cultural phenomenon, and it was, but for the wrong reasons. And to fucking try to come out with more stuff, the only legit Star Wars thing that you have that everyone loves is The Mandalorian and Clone Wars. Not your fucking flagship films. So that's exhausting. for fan bases, man. And that's one reason why it feels so soon is because we're fucking, we're burnt out as fans. It's hard.
Yeah,
It was hard enough to defend being a Star Wars fan. Now you got to deal with, the Twitter warrior wannabe version of Star Wars, and that is just like fuck, man. Don't get me wrong, I love making fun of them, but as an actual fan, like you're not gonna take your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your hubby to go see Star Wars when you know it's gonna be a fucking shit show. Come on now. And they wanted this. And they got what
did.
They wanted.
They did. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's so weird to think, like, what was it, 8 years ago when they bought them this October, everyone was all excited, and they invested $4 billion into it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I mean, there's some theories out there that they haven't even recouped all their money, and people go, but the movie's made 2 billion, 1.3, and 1 billion. That's all the money back. No, that's what the grosses were of these movies. We know that there were tons of reshoots for The Rise of Skywalker, tons of reshoots for Solo, reshoots for Rogue One. You look at Last Jedi, probably didn't have reshoots because they shot from the first draft of the script, so they should have rewritten the whole thing when they made it. But you know what? I guess they figure in the grand scheme of things, on the cosmic scale, it balances out. We have one film with no revisions and one film with a million revisions, and we come out right in the middle just like everyone else. So I'm like, that's not how filmmaking is, guys. But hey,
well, not only that, but and that's why that's why I was so glad that you invited me to that Star Wars Veritas page or whatever, because the vast majority of those defenders are fucking stupid. Like the $4 billion that they paid to get the rights to Star Wars, that didn't include what it took to make the fucking movies. No. So it's the $4 billion for the property to make the movies. Then you had to pay to make the fucking movies. Not just so that's however $100 million. Then the marketing. Then all the money you spent for press junkets, and then obviously to pay all these fucking people, especially after The Force Awakens, because you didn't get them on the cheap after The Force Awakens made a lot of money, which it did, but the returns went down. Solo lost fucking money, and then obviously that they were trying to be cheap on certain shit because one, The Last Jedi, the stunt coordinators and the editing to fucking cover mistakes was fucking crazy. You paid a decent amount of money for the stunt team for the raid in The Force Awakens. They didn't come back for the Last Jedi. So that probably has something to do with the fact that, the stunt shit and the fight scenes were fucking terrible. And then you come to the fucking Rise of Skywalker, and again, you cut a lot of corners, the reshoots, having the fucking cover for the fact that Carrie Fisher was no longer with us, and then marketing that fucking movie. And then you made Mandalorian. And then you came out with Disney Plus that obviously was banking on the Mandalorian being successful. And then obviously Clone Wars came back. So, and then like I said, fucking Solo lost money. So to pretend that the movies made everything break even is fucking naive. It's naive as shit. And don't pretend like having JJ what's his nuts coming back for thank you, JJ Abrams coming back for The Rise of Skywalker was planned, because it wasn't, because the shit show that was The Last Jedi. So I would not be surprised if they're barely making fucking even on having to buy Star Wars, because it's to pretend that this has been a success is fucking. Do you honestly think that they're having board meetings about how awesome everything's going? How awesome everything went.
No, because they can't even afford their boardroom or their building or any of that stuff. They're having Zoom meetings or probably Skype meetings.
And it is fucking crazy, man. I mean, it's there's no, even if you like these movies, which apparently there's a lot of those people out there that
there's seven of them, Dion.
Right, the Holy Seven. There's no way that even with your fucking your biased opinions of these films, it has not worked. This was a failure. You didn't spend $4 billion to break even. You spent $4 billion to fucking own the theaters, to own Hollywood for the foreseeable future with Star Wars, and you fucked it up. And you spent a shit ton of money on Mulan, and a shit ton of money, obviously, and they're not the same studio, but all these other Disney projects. So even getting away from Star Wars, this has not turned out the way that they wanted. And anyone saying different's fucking lying to themselves.
I think it's great, like you said, lying to themselves, because people, I think it's like the sports team mentality, you know, oh, I'm on Team Star Wars, I'm going to ride till the end. And it's like, look, we're all Team Star Wars from before you were around, and there are people that were around before us too. But like, you can't deny the situation that's currently in. You know, if somebody puts their self-worth and value on if the Rise of Skywalker makes this kind of money, kind of weird, dude, but whatever, live your life.
Yeah, and I don't understand people who are not critical of like the things they watch and the things they love. Like, you can't. I hate people who are just like, oh, it's Star Wars, it must be good. Like, you're a moron if you say that. I'm sorry, but you are. Because these last 3 movies were horrible. They were so bad. And you know, Disney tried, especially the end, where they were just like puzzle piecing everything together to try to close the ends and make it make sense, and it never did. Like, you have all the resources and you still mess up. Like, it's like an open book test in school. Like, how do you not, you know, pass? How do you not, you know, understand what's going on and make something that's good, or at least passable?
Well, like people in the, go ahead, Dion.
Oh, my bad, man. But even once you get past the refusal to be critical, look at what the people who were in the shit are saying. I mean, dude that played Poe Dameron, what's his name, Oscar whatever,
Oscar Isaac.
Thank you. Oscar Isaac's like, yo, I'm not doing another Star Wars unless I need to buy another house. And then fucking John Boyega's like, yeah, I'm done. I've moved on.
As they should have.
And right, and as they definitely should have. But that's an indication that the process, obviously, it's tough to be a star in a huge flagship movie, I'm sure. But when they don't want to come back to Star Wars, come on. Like, you have to see that it could not have been fun. Not even just on dealing with the fan portion, but you know it was not fun dealing with the fucking all that shit with Star Wars. And I can only imagine what you know, what the studio was telling these fucking actors when you know all these spin-offs were being talked about, and now they're like, no, I ain't doing this shit unless I need another house. Like, come on. Like, you can't be that blind to not be able to be like, you know what, maybe this trilogy was a fuck up, a severe fuck up. And that's before you even get to the horrible writing. You know, just like huge plot holes and shit that doesn't make sense. And, you know, it's just, I mean, fucking Mark Hamill was talking about this shit after The Force Awakens, guys. Like, come on. You know, he's saying he didn't agree with Rian Johnson before The Last Jedi came out. Like, so what is he now a troll? Is he one of the vocal minority? Like, come on, you have to fucking open your eyes for 10 seconds and admit that this wasn't that good. We had to with The Phantom Menace. Yeah, get over it eventually, bitch. But this trilogy was not good. They failed. Own up to it. If you're such a hardcore fan, own up to it. They failed.
Well,
period.
I'm just wondering, like, okay, like a couple people said, they could have done more stuff with the money. They could have just invested the money and it sat there and built interest. Galaxy's Edge was not a success. Thank you, Kathleen Kennedy, for making it be based on the new version of Star Wars that you are a part of. You suck. And then, you know, there's other things like the merchandise, which we cover extensively, which we don't have to go into super detail. But did you guys notice all the exclusive stuff that they announced for Comic-Con? And it was all people go, oh, they have a Galaxy's Edge toy line. If you're a real Star Wars collector, you'll know that Millennium Falcon is from 2008. And if you read on the box closely, it says Relive Galaxy of Adventures or Galaxy's Edge stuff. But if you look closely under the font, it says / A New Hope. So they come with the second radar dish. This toy, for anyone out there that wants to say this toy is an indicator that Galaxy's Edge is a big hit with fans and they want to support it, I'm going to tell you to shut up. That Millennium Falcon goes for $1,000 in a specific box. This is just them cashing in on an old toy they made in the past because fans want it and people will buy it. So don't give me this bullshit about, oh, Galaxy's Edge is successful. Look at they're making merchandise. No, that Millennium Falcon is the most sought after Star Wars toy of the modern era, and now they're just going to make it again so they can make more money from it. So take your Galaxy's Edge, take your Porgs, take your Hondo, and shove them up your ass. None of it was a hit. It didn't catch on with society. We're at a weird point where very few things catch on anymore and capture people's attention. Tiger King. A couple months ago, we were all excited about Joe Exotic. Nobody gives a shit about Joe Exotic anymore.
The only reason we were enamored with Joe Exotic because everybody else was, and then all of a sudden we were all stuck inside and we had to watch it. So
yeah, I mean, I love that Dion's icon is still Joe Exotic.
I know
mean,
it's just,
damn
yeah,
right.
it's
I ain't letting him die.
well,
Hashtag
no,
vote
that's-
for Joe. Free Oklahoma. Let's get some more poor pieces of shit in office down there.
So I will ask you guys in a joking way, pitch me or give me a random ass idea for what one of these new Star Wars films could be. Obviously, articles are quoting, they're saying, well, one's going to be Rian Johnson's, one's going to be Kevin Feige's, and one's going to be Taika Waititi. But we sat through, we were told there's going to be an all-female Star Wars film, there's going to be a Boba Fett film, there's going to be all these different TV shows, and they all got canceled or never happened or probably never will happen because they're sitting in limbo waiting to be canceled when everything else is busy and back up to speed, and they'll blame COVID. Like, Star Wars properties just don't happen for some reason.
Because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. And obviously they're throwing Taika Waititi and Kevin Feige out because of recent success. If they were so goddamn in belief of this new trilogy being a success, they'd be shoving Rian Johnson down your fucking face. They'd be going over how J.J. Abrams made a fucking masterpiece, and they'd be talking about because we're consulting with Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams, but they're not. They're fucking pushing Kevin Feige and Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi's hot shit right now because dude's won an Oscar and everyone's trying to blow him because of Love and Thunder. He's the new hot thing. Disney only knows to push the hot thing that thinks they make money. If they're not fucking telling you about Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams, they didn't make them any money. I can't be any more clear than that. We cannot be any more clear than that. If they believe that shit was a success, Rian Johnson would be out in a mask and some booty shorts telling us about his fucking next upcoming movie. But he's not. He's not. Someone cracked his goddamn Twitter. Now he's using the fucking movie page for Knives Out. That's how much they don't give a shit about that motherfucker.
Did you? Okay, two things. First off, I saw Knives Out over the weekend. It's not great. It doesn't suck, but like people are coming, the twist. What twist? I watched that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but people were acting like it was some great goddamn thriller. Don't get me wrong. Hillary and I went and watched it. I liked it. But to pretend that he broke the mold with thrillers is come on, guys, calm the fuck down. It wasn't like some brilliant.
We'll see. Like the one movie of Rian Johnson's that I really do like is called Brick, and it seemed like he was trying to capture that in this movie, but he couldn't because Brick is a wonderful movie and Brick is really good. I really love Brick.
I liked it a lot, but it definitely is a little overrated. And don't get me wrong, I love Jason Gordon-Levitt. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Excuse me, I love him so much I get his name wrong. He was awesome in that movie. I mean, he's probably that. I think that was truly where he became a fucking grown ass man as an actor.
Dion, he's talking about Brick. You're talking about Looper.
No. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in a movie called Brick, but with his girlfriend. Yep.
Yeah.
He's the kid in Brick.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. See, that's why I got your back, baby. I'm world class. You know what I'm saying? But that one is also very overrated. I like it a lot, but it definitely, I agree 100%. He was clearly trying to go back to his roots. Like, oh fuck, I fucked up a Star Wars movie. Let me go back to something I did that was really successful. It's like, oh, that's a real coincidence, little bitch. Now you're going back to Brick, huh? I wonder why, there, tough guy. Huh?
Yeah,
I wonder why.
Yeah, because Brick is a thriller and it's mystery and seeing this that, and the other, and I was just kind of like, it felt like he was trying to remake Clue, but in a very 2019, 2020 kind of way, and I'm just like, no, don't fucking do that.
It was a well-made movie in terms of the production, the sound, all that stuff was there. It just, I don't know. Going from The Last Jedi to this, it's definitely a step up. But it also goes to show you Rian Johnson's true place is not in genre, sci-fi, big budget, whatever. It's just your small, quirky, independent, slightly above independent budget films with a bunch of, actors that are in the middle of making big movies that people care about, like Chris Evans or Daniel Craig.
And then you just hit the nail on the fucking head right there. The movie wasn't great, right? But it was a success when he fucking had people that he knew were good fucking actors in the goddamn movie doing their thing. When he's even though he did have some parts, the kid from The kid from It being the fucking super conservative thing was very Ryan Johnson. But
Yeah,
let Chris Evans be Chris Evans. Let Plummer be Plummer. Let Daniel Craig be Daniel Craig. Be a good actor. Let Jamie Lee Curtis be fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh shit, I got Don Johnson. I'm gonna let Don Johnson be charming ass Don fucking Johnson. The dude is supposed to be the bad guy cheating on his wife, and you fucking love him in the movie. It's amazing what happens when you fucking lean on people who are good at what the fuck they do. Don't be going and getting the chick from Jurassic Park and having stupid ass lines of her being like, "Oh, you taught me how to be strong." And dumb shit like that. Just because you want to put her in front of the fucking camera. Instead of going and getting Kelly Marie Tran, who's not a bad actress, and giving her stupid ass lines about stupid ass plot points. Holy shit. It's like he fucking broke the mold. No, he did what a director's supposed to fucking do. You have a fucking movie, a beginning, middle, and end. You have good actors and actresses, and you let them do their fucking job. Period. Yeah. But again, everyone's forgetting about, oh, well, there's a reason why Knives Out was actually received better than The Last Jedi. Well, because he didn't have his fucking head up his ass smelling his own farts. That's why.
Yeah, that's what assistants are for.
Right. You can only smell farts for one way in this galaxy.
No, but I know Kevin Feige's name was attached to Star Wars. Taika Waititi. Did you guys see Taika Waititi's newest quote in the news? How right now he's really interested in writing romances, and that's what he's putting into Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard about that. I was just like, dude, that movie's gonna suck dick. It's not gonna be very good.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's just for him to say that, and then it's like, if you're making a romance movie under the veil of a comic film, bro, you're losing your fucking way, homie. You're losing your fucking way. It's not gonna be good.
Well, hopefully Marvel will read his stuff and just be like, all right, we need somebody else, not you anymore. Sorry.
I mean, it could happen, but also it's like, yo, what successful romantic film has Natalie Portman been in? That's actually successful, not fucking some cult classic bullshit that very few people like. And that's what you're gonna make a comic book movie starring her in? Come on now.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the fact that December 22nd, 2028 is Avatar 5. No, James. Please retire healthy and happy. Maybe you should go re-up your relationship with what's-her-face, Catherine Bigelow. She's a better director these days, but more successful. I just want to dig it, turn the knife right now.
No. I understand entirely. Trust me. I'm laughing at that because, he hasn't... he's still banging on Avatar. I don't know why he's still on Avatar. It's the weirdest thing, man. It's like, just quit. I mean, you have part of a park at Disney somewhere. Be happy with that. It's you
get that Oscar back that his ex-wife took from him.
Oh. Hey, what'll happen is the year Avatar 5, which is the last one he has a chance to win an Oscar on, one of our fucking movies comes out, and it's like Juno, where everyone's like, it's the little movie that can. And there's the four of us standing up there like, yeah, fuck James Cameron. We walk off stage. That's
well, if that were to happen, I would say that happily as loud as I could.
100%.
I wouldn't give a shit. It's like, I'm on live TV and somebody's going to record this. I don't care. This is going to be on Twitter later in 3 minutes. It's fine. I don't give a shit.
Dude, if it ever to happen, 100% have to do it. I want to thank all of our fans. Mom, I love you. Fuck James Cameron. And then we just all leave. Dude, that's legendary. That's a power move, baby. That's a power move. Watch out, Hollywood. We're going to nut all over you. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, my God.
Donkey Source Rex makes a great point. If they want to make a romance movie, do Millie the Model. My mom used to read Millie the Model back in the day.
What is that?
It's a comic book from Marvel just about a model named Millie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a romance comic. There's this weird subgenre of comics that were popular in the 50s and early 60s. They kept trying to pump them out into the late 60s and early 70s, but they just weren't a thing. But yeah, romance comics. So you had your creation of comic books in the early 1920s with Famous Funnies or whatever. So you get to third, and then you had all the newspaper strips and those characters. And then it was 37 was Superman, 39 was Batman, and then we had this, this not Renaissance, but this age of Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all this shit, Captain America. And then after World War II, nobody wanted to read superheroes, so they went to crime, they went to horror, and they went to romance. And crime and horror really were popular and have made resurgences, but romance comics just aren't ever going to come back. They tried a couple years ago. You want to hear the weirdest concept for a comic book ever, guys?
Yeah,
I think so.
It's the story
Yes.
of young Aunt May trying to get hooked up with Uncle Ben. And she's like 14 years old. And the comic book cover is some chick in a bikini.
What the fuck?
that's weird.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at Marvel. Oh, and by the way, when I went back to Cincinnati, I went to my local comic book shop and they gave me one of those free preview books, and it has preview pages for the New Warriors.
Oh god.
Nice.
The book that never came out.
Well, I mean, even now, I remember. I think I looked at it a little while ago, and it was. They said, "Oh, indefinitely, like delayed or something." I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Well, I don't know why they ever thought it was a good idea, but it got us talking in the community.
I guess technically, I mean, it's just I don't know, dude. It's just, and again, and you would just think that major organizations like Marvel, like Disney, you think that just banking on this shit before it's even close to being released is a bad idea. Like banking on the new Warriors, like they were going to be this fucking renaissance in comic books when you weren't anywhere near releasing it. It's just bad business. Like who's fucking making these decisions? Like
idiots.
I just don't understand that at all. Like you knew you were going to release it right away, and then obviously other shit happens and you don't release it. And then when shit gets leaked, people are like, "This is fucking terrible." It's just I don't get it, man. Like just when it's about to come out, then you talk about it. Don't prop it up to be this game changer. Let the people decide if they like it or not. Just say, hey, we're coming out with this stuff. So and so's working on it. But being like, oh, we're trying to change comics, and this dude's a visionary. Like, don't call someone a visionary unless the motherfucker hasn't seen something yet.
Daniel Kimball Smith is not a visionary. He's
just
a person.
That dude was slightly successful beforehand, and all of a sudden, oh my god, he's a visionary. He's something that he's always wanted to do in comics. Like, shut the fuck up. Just release it first, and then we'll tell you if it's good or not, because you may not use that motherfucker ever again.
What show was he writing for? Like the Tonight Show or the Daily Show or something like that?
I thought it was one of the late ones. I thought it was like Craig Ferguson or the other goofy motherfucker. It was something like that. But it's like, dude, come on. Like that's not enough to prop someone up for being, a visionary or something. It's just ridiculous. So ridiculous.
The beautiful part is that sample that they sent me in the book has no words, so I'm just looking at the same crappy pictures.
Well, like I went to the article that the one that had all the detail of it on I guess Marvel.com, whatever, Marvel.com.
Yeah,
just introducing the new Warriors March 17, 2020, and you can click on the stuff and try to buy it, but whenever you do that, it says hey there Marvelite, and it's like it's not there anymore to buy, and I don't know if you have to download the app to get it or if it's even still a thing or if it's been canceled, so I don't know what's happening with it.
Well, I got my trusty website that has every comic book. I'm gonna search that real quick because maybe we'll do a live reading of it. Let's see. There's the New Warriors from 1990 to 96.
Fucking BuzzFeed writer.
Dude,
like,
they don't have it. The last New Warriors they have is the 2014 reboot.
Jesus.
This goes to show you the success of the New Warriors. It was created in the 90s and it ran for 6 years. It came back in 99, then it came back in 05, then it came back in 07, then it came back in 2014. And it died. It's like putting liquid paper on a fucking franchise.
And then you're convinced that a former BuzzFeed writer is gonna fucking bring it into prominence. Come on.
The only person
it's all that internet gas.
Yep.
The only people I like from BuzzFeed are the two dudes that are on those true crime shows. Other than that, I'm not a BuzzFeed fan at all.
Oh, dude, I love. Oh God, I love those shows. Those are hilarious.
Dude, they're leaving
them off too. They're probably chasing them off too because the Try Guys were BuzzFeed and they fucking left BuzzFeed too. That should tell you more than anything than shitty writing. They chase the good ones out the door.
Jeff, what did you say?
That show's leaving Hulu. The BuzzFeed explains their history. Yeah, it leaves Tuesday.
Oh, damn.
So if you want to get a chance, Jesse and I have been trying to watch as many as possible because we only found the show 2 weeks ago. It's a fantastic show.
Yeah, they do sports. They do other true crimes. They do some supernatural stuff as well, which is really fun. And they get into they really dig into a lot of stuff, and it's fun just seeing those two guys interact because they're hilarious. They're just opposites of each other, and they're just entertaining as hell to watch. So I think all those shows are on YouTube. I could be wrong.
Oh, if they are, then I'll be happy because
yeah.
Now, we have a couple super chats we'd like to address. Thank you very much, folks, for helping the channel out. First off, our friend Dean Domino 25 says, anime recommendations, Hellsing Ultimate and Konosuba. All right, well, I'm taking a picture of that. I've been talking to my friend Dan about the recommendations because he knows where to find all this stuff. Apparently, Dan is this anime, not only is an anime enthusiast, he's just like, oh, this is here, this is there. Start with this, start with that. So I'm going to sit down with the One Piece graphic novel, not the graphic novels, the manga, before I go watching anything else, since that's the first thing that appeared. But thank you, Dean. I'm adding that to the list. And I know what Hellsing is already, so I'm kind of interested. Deadeye says, Wheezy Bird, obviously the best reboot is Ghostbusters. My good sir. How else could we have gotten world-class bullshitters? That is true. That is the thing that helped us really raise up in prominence. 2016, we started to get a little bit of a following. 2017 is where we really caught on, and 2018, and now we keep on growing. We just hit 164K today or yesterday technically, but like we have all these dumb setbacks from YouTube. It's not even like, oh, we're done making content. It's, oh, YouTube's have decided that we're done promoting it right now. So we're always here, folks. Just keep coming back every couple days. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Speaking of Ghostbusters, I actually read all 4 of the year 1 comics that had come out recently.
What'd you think?
They're wonderful. They're really good because it's one of those things that, like, you like, especially when you watch the first movie and you hear all the stuff that's said and all the little dialogue, especially with like Larry, is it Larry King who does the voiceover for that one segment whenever they get going?
Yep.
Everything he says, like, they go through some of that stuff, and you're like, oh, this is what happened, and and it was funny because I think in the second or third book they interview the old librarian who got attacked in the first part of the movie, and she says, oh, do you know who Saint Jerome is? And I laughed my ass off because I was like, that's something she mentions like in a dialogue thing real quick, and you got to catch it. I was like, they do that throughout the whole comic, and I'm just like, this is wonderful. Like, everything you ever want is just there, and like it all matches up in the timeline. It's really well done. Like, I was very, very happy with it. I hope they come out with the 5th one because the story continues because of what happens in it. So I highly recommend getting them. And oh man, they're good.
Because
yeah, they're fantastic.
Doing Ghostbusters, right?
It's IDW, I think.
IDW. Okay, I see you.
Yeah, I highly recommend buying the year 1 ones. They're really good.
Hell yeah, man! I at least got to check that comic site that Jeff and I use and see if they're on there. I'm sure someone's scanning in already.
They are on there.
Sweet. Fuck yeah. You know what I'm reading? Yeah,
because the first thing that comes out is Winston's comic, and you learn about his background and where he came from and how he became a Ghostbuster. And I think that was really really awesome to see. So
what do you know, Sony? What do you know? When you lean on the good shit, people tend to want it, eh?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I just been watching those the channels. I know Critical Drinker did one a little bit ago, and then this other dude, I can't remember his name on top of my head, but everyone's still kind of talking about the interesting case study that is fucking Ghostbusters 2016, man. It's fucking it's hilarious. It's just looking back. Obviously, I'm glad about it because obviously we got a little bit of a boost from it. But man, dude, it worked out great. That was an interesting case study. The weirdest fucking thing of 2016, man, outside of my kid shitting his pants, was fucking Ghostbusters.
By the way, you're talking about what you're reading. I'm reading the old Secret Wars from 1985. I've never sat down to read those books. So yeah, it's what it is. It's good. I like it, but it's not, it's not the greatest Marvel book ever produced.
Yeah, I might go back and go through the Back to the Future comics and then go through the what was it? Big Trouble in Little China ones as well, and read those too.
Do you think that reboot's ever getting made with The Rock?
Yes.
Not now. Not now.
Dion, what happens first, Avatar 2 or the Big Trouble in Little China with The Rock?
It's gonna be called "Do You Smell What's Cooking in Little China," and it's definitely gonna happen before Avatar 2.
You just don't want to get rid of that $50 or $100 you owe, do you?
Listen. I don't want to hear any excuses. I want to hear the same shit. I'm like, listen, Dion, you were right. I'm glad you're on the show. You're Negro Damas in real life. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, sir. I will follow you into the gates of hell, Dion. And I'll be like, you know what? You are forgiven, my sons.
The thing is, dude, Avatar 2 can come out and I'll still say all that shit to you. And you're wrong about Avatar 2. And $100 richer.
Oh, God.
And $100 richer, motherfucker.
Listen. The only way I want Big Trouble in Little China to come out is if it's The Rock and Kurt Russell. That's the only thing I want.
Dude, oof, that would be phenomenal.
Okay.
Kurt Russell and The Rock? God damn. I'm still kicking myself for not buying the goddamn board game. Hillary and I were talking about it.
Ooh, shit, yeah.
Dude. I'm just going to say, I'm sure it's, twice as expensive now, but I'm going to fucking find it and buy it, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think a Jaws one came out recently as well. I still have the Thing one. I bought shit last year, man. It was expensive as hell, but I'm glad I got it because like I played it and it's really like it really fucks with you. It really messes with you.
Dude, I'm gonna have to get that one too, man. Because it's
when we get together, we should do a stream of a board game. See, like we'll get multi cameras and everything, and we'll see who can like wait it out the most. Like we should do like a really intense game of Monopoly with like 5 cameras set up, streaming at once.
There's one. What is it called? There's actually a card game called Flux. I think would be up our alley because like everything changes all the time as you get cards. It's kind of like oh God, I forget the name of the game, but whatever. But it's just like the rules keep changing. You can like take out as many cards you want and put back any, and it just and like with the next person puts down a card, it could just screw up your whole hand, and then you can't win. Like it's a crazy thing. Yeah.
So let's see. We got a couple more. Thunder Robot says, "What if Doomcock reported is true? Lucas wants to replace 7, 8, and 9 with 7, 8, and 9, and Disney asked when he can start." If those rumors are true, you're never going to hear it from Disney. I don't think you'll ever. What's a franchise or a time in history when they've just like quickly said, "Hey, we're going to redo this movie"? Like outside of Evil Dead 2, which is a low key remake of Evil Dead 1.
The Hulk.
They said the Hulk for sure, and then they were going to redo Aliens. Neil Blomkamp was supposed to do it, but that fucking died in the water. That was the biggest one I remember. But yeah, Hulk's probably the only like successful one.
I don't think they're gonna redo 7, 8, and 9 because
no, they're not.
The principal cast is either dead on film or dead in real life. It doesn't matter if Han Solo died, but they're not going to come back. There's no magic. There's nothing to do. Like, unless you're going to tell that world between worlds, wills stuff, not world between worlds, but the wills, the microscopic organisms in the Star Wars universe, which, does that even sound cool? Like, are people...
No.
Yeah, thank you. I think more people are bothered by what we got, so anything seems good, but it's like, it's the argument some people make with Ben Affleck Batman. Is he really the greatest Batman, or is he the best part of something shitty? So, with the Star Wars movie that's not even a thing yet, is it going to be awesome, or is it going to be just because it's better than the last 3 films that people are going to build it up? Because I don't know. I don't really like the idea of a microscopic world. I mean, everyone goes, "Well, it's George Lucas. He can do no wrong." Wake up! Look at shit from episodes 1 through 3. Don't act like all of a sudden they're just better because of
right
9 sucking ass. No.
Yeah. Listen. Here's what I want. I want Yoda and Chewbacca the college years. Okay.
Deal. Kendo, what are you saying?
I mean, that's okay. I was gonna say, I think people are just so desperate to have 7, 8, 9 just erased from existence to where they just want something like that so bad. They just want to say, "Oh, it's gonna be taken out of canon. They're gonna redo it." It's like, I get that. You could just do like I do, which is just you never watch them and you don't think about them, and you just watch the original trilogy and occasionally episode 3. So it's like it's easy just to out of sight, out of mind with those movies. But I think that's really what it is. It's just everyone's just so desperate to have those 3 just wiped away that they're just really just glamming onto that hope that they're going to somehow reboot them or something like that. And as for the game we were playing, the next 3 Star Wars movies, I already figured out what they're going to be.
Ooh, let's hear.
So it's going to be, since, Disney's so goddamn unoriginal, it's going to be a soft reboot of the prequel trilogy with Broom Boy taking the place of Anakin Skywalker, and somewhere during the second movie he becomes trans.
Oh my God.
Sign me up for the ascension of Broom Boy. I'm so ready.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we get a Disney Plus miniseries, Broom Boy: The Real Story?
We're gonna get a Disney Plus series with Broom Boy. We're gonna get one with the girl that kind of almost got beaten to save the horse. There's all kinds of stuff coming from Disney Plus, guys. Remember,
Oh my god!
everything that they announced for Disney Plus is gonna come out and be amazing. Everything, guys.
Yeah, and it's gonna make them so much money.
And we're gonna have our favorite shills on the internet with their 5 years of fan T-shirt and poster, and they're gonna say, "Hey guys, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread," and we're all gonna go, "Really? Again? This shit's not gonna work this time." I think gone is the era of the influencer that looks like a fan but is secretly just a paid marketing arm of a company. That shit's gone. Like if Phantom Menace did anything, it's we exposed what the people that these people really are all about.
Yeah, and that's important because I mean, then they become untrusted, and then you whenever they say things, you start questioning what they're saying, and you're like, oh, they're doing this because they got access or they got a free ticket, they could take their girlfriend or whoever they wanted to impress them, and to this event or whatever. That's all it really is. It doesn't mean anything. They're just saying nice things so they can get positive feedback and positive stuff from these companies that they don't care about anything.
Oh, yep, it's all about the access, boys. All about the access. Let's see. Hammond of Texas says Star Wars is in such bad spot right now. It makes me think that Kathleen Kennedy must have heavy dirt on someone in higher ranking suits at Disney and Lucasfilm. What do you guys think about that? Talk amongst yourselves.
Say that again.
Kathleen Kennedy must have dirt on all these people to get high access. Or hold on. Just go for a second.
Okay.
Well, I mean, listen. I mean, I don't think it's not that she has dirt. She got into a position and she's leveraging it. I mean, I think it's she's probably pulling the whole. Well, listen, I'm in charge. I know what I'm doing. You have to do what I tell you. And then obviously, people want to work on Star Wars, so they're playing ball. She's obviously barely smart enough to run a successful franchise on her own. She's definitely not smart enough to fucking blackmail somebody. You know what I'm saying? So the person who can't keep Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, fucking happy isn't going to be good enough to blackmail someone, let alone hire someone to find enough dirt on someone to use it, let alone use it in the right way. So she was just feeling herself, and she's using the I'm the boss thing, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I think Disney doesn't want to fire her. They don't want to fire her before her time's up, because then they're afraid of the backlash and it'll look bad because they fired a woman. But I think at this point nobody cares, and they're gonna get backlash regardless, and they should just pull the trigger. They really shouldn't just be like, all right, you're done, get the hell out.
Listen,
2 years ago,
I don't think she's. Yep. I don't think she has dirt on anybody. I think it's just one of the situations where she was lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time and was able to be latched on to like fantastic, amazing, movies throughout, the 80s and into the 90s, and just so happened to be in the good graces of the correct people and worked her way into that position. And I don't think Disney would fire her because of the worried about any backlash for firing the woman. I think it's more of a admitting of wrong. They don't want to admit, yeah, we were wrong putting her in charge.
Yes,
so we're not going to
100%.
fire her.
Well, that's what this whole Disney redoing 7, 8, 9 is. It's they don't have to admit that they're wrong, and they won't.
Yep.
They'll never admit in a million years. Look it. I know I don't have any sources, but as a Star Wars fan and somebody who just has their eyes open, the last 3 films, this trilogy didn't really leave a footprint. Like Avatar, it came and it went. The difference with Avatar, though, is Avatar doesn't have a precedent. It doesn't have something that preceded it outside of what it ripped off, Pocahontas, etc. With Star Wars, you'll always look at. You can make 7, 8, 9 disappear because everybody just wants to go back to the OT. Grown-ups never got over it because the people that were kids when Star Wars came out, yes, obviously some people grew out of it, but a lot of people stuck around with it. There's a reason why you can sell $8,000 life-size replicas of Darth Vader. There's a reason why you can sell a couple $100 lightsabers, or like people like Salvador over at 2 Cent Toys will buy a $100 snow speeder with Dak. This movie is 40 years old, but people still buy shit from The Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars will never leave the public eye, but 7, 8, 9 will. I mean, look at Episode 9, that last trailer. It was Episodes 1 through 8 first. Like, no movie trailer that I can recall spends 75% of its time showing the original film or something that came before it. Usually it's like, oh, you remember Spider-Man? Well, here's Spider-Man 2. Like the original Empire Strikes Back trailer goes, in the first Star Wars, Han Solo and Luke Skywalker saved the princess and destroyed the Death Star. Now they're back. And it's like, okay, that's all you need from the previous film. You know what they did and why they're here and what's going to happen. I've never seen a more bass-ackwards film campaign. Because look at the whole thing for the last 5 years has been remember the past, and then they're going to milk the past. But then it was kill the past. Yep, and then it was remember the past. Please, for the love of God, remember the past. Please buy something. For fuck's sake, please go see our movie. And then most people were like, "Yo, you own both Avengers and Star Wars. Avengers made billions of dollars. Star Wars can fuck off."
Yeah, and like the
right.
Yeah, that to me is ridiculous. When you have this wonderful property, with Marvel and the MCU, and you're pretty much you're pulling from all the resources and everything you have, but you have equally the amount of resources with Star Wars, but you're like, oh, we're not gonna, the extended universe is no longer canon, and we don't really believe in the first 3 films. We're gonna do our own thing, and you fucking fail like hard because you wanted.
Not only that, you didn't have a plan.
Yeah, no plan. Like it's like how it's Star Wars. It's very, very simple how to do it. Like it's not rocket surgery. Like it's just real simple to do. And the fact that you can do it when you chose not to pull from any other material is idiotic at best. And I mean, God, it's just poor business planning and all. After all,
I think that was the problem. Is that they were like, "Oh, it's Star Wars. Whatever we fucking put out and write the name Star Wars on, people are gonna just eat it up."
100%. And that's what we were saying. We've been saying that since we were starting this fucking channel, especially when Kendo joined. These studios think you're an idiot. I mean, that's the crux of their strategy. Is they're dumb. They're not going to catch on to this shit. And to get back to the question about Kennedy, if anything, it's not that she has dirt on some people. It's that at the time, Iger and them were going to say, hey, listen, if it's going down, she's going to get the blame for it. And I think definitely what Kendo said is the majority of that. But also, they ain't worried about her having dirt. It's like, hey, if this ship goes down, we've got the saboteur right here. We'll just put her in front of everyone, and she'll take the fucking blame. And no one's gonna, throw out the whole they fired a woman thing. When you lose billions of fucking dollars, or you lose out on prospective billions of dollars, they don't give a shit about that stuff.
No,
they're gonna go hire someone that's gonna make them $1 billion and make everyone forget about your ass. Especially. When it comes to having the movie come out in China and leaning heavily into the whole, the Force being female and shit. Like they were like, listen, this is your thing, and if it goes down, we're blaming you for this shit.
Oh man.
It's weird, dude.
So,
it's weird.
Let's see. We also have our friend Windows chat moved. Bowie8085, thank you very much. He says, Kathleen Kennedy still in charge makes as much sense as finding a horse smiling at you. Only to violently split into two gory fashions to form 2 smiling horses. You're welcome. Ew. So Dion, imagine a horse looking at you smiling, rips into 2. There's 2 horses smiling, then they rip into 4, and then so on and so on and so on.
Yeah, it's kind of a little unnerving for me, but no. I mean, listen, that's the gift horse that fucking bit him back. They were sure that Kathleen Kennedy and this iteration of Lucasfilm was going to make them billions of fucking dollars, and it didn't. You had a success with The Force Awakens, even though it wasn't a very good movie. It was a retread of an existing property, obviously. And then it just was downhill from there, man. And then, it's bad enough losing out on hundreds of millions of dollars or being hundreds of $millions less in the sequel. It's a whole other thing when you have all this baggage coming along with it, And listen, man, I have no doubt that they were very much like, yo, this is the opposite of what we wanted to have happen. So. We'll see.
On screen, somebody's talking about how they need another Blazing Saddles. Now,
oh God, dude!
I heard it through the grapevine that we're going to be doing a Blazing Saddles live watch in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So,
yeah.
So it's a part of an idea Kendo had. We'll make an announcement when we have a date lined up. But yeah, we're going to be watching Blazing Saddles and talking about it.
Yeah, and in its original unrated true form.
Yeah, you guys can get yourselves
That's right.
a copy because we can't show you movies here on YouTube, but we can watch them and we can talk about why you can't make Blazing Saddles anymore. So,
Right. And if you're sensitive to certain types of language, you probably need to duct tape your head so that way when it explodes, at least all the pieces will be kept together.
the funny thing is though, Kendo, the people that are adverse to that type of language aren't on this channel. You have like trolls and people that come and complain, like, you guys said something, whatever. It's like most people here like Blazing Saddles and that type of humor because they remember when people had a spine or a set of balls, you know?
Yeah,
The world's changed.
that's true.
Let's see. We also have our friend Modalicious who says Joe Exotic has proof Trump isn't the biggest political shit show on the block.
I mean,
Oh my god.
that was fucking crazy. Still love that show.
Oh my god.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Oh, tiger.
Guess what, motherfucker?
I can't get into that right now because I'll just start giggling thinking about Joe Exotic. I am gay. I have a warrant out.
Holy shit.
He might be the most like if Time Magazine's gonna do their like Person of the Year award and they're gonna not do it on Greta Thunberg, it should be Joe Exotic. I mean,
I agree. I
100%.
agree.
he brought
100%.
more smiles to people's faces during a pandemic than anyone.
Yeah.
Damn right he did.
I'll say it now, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When Joe Exotic is the least scumbaggiest scumbag on a show about scumbags, you know there's something wrong with that entire sect of people.
Damn right.
Oklahoma's like,
It's like,
Florida,
wait, this
Florida
guy's
number two.
this is the protagonist here?
Guess what, motherfucker? He ain't.
Bomb Shoes has a fantastic idea for a Star Wars film. The next Star Wars, Potato Famine, a Rose Tico story.
I mean, only one business gets you this many potato sacks.
Our friend,
Yeah, farming.
what are things people can't do for 500, Alex? Yeah, farming. Bowie8085, thank you very much. He says, Jeff, watch Hellsing Ultimate. It's Dracula with giant handguns fighting Nazi vampires. 10 episodes only. They're all 45 minutes long. Or you can watch the abridged version on Team 4-Star. It's funnier. I am well aware of the abridged version of Dragon Ball Z, so I assume it's the same people. But I'm going to take that. You sold me on Dracula with giant handguns fighting Nazi vampires. What part of that
I'm in.
doesn't sound awesome?
Yeah.
Shit, we maybe
Every bit of that sounds
watch
great.
a couple.
99999.
You know, even though it's a really dated thing, maybe we'll put it on Patreon. Remember that the meme Hitler downfall, where it would dub over whatever he was screaming
Yes.
Yes.
about?
Yes.
We
Yes.
should make one of those.
Oh god, I remember that. Yeah,
Prime.
because everybody write their own subtitles for it, and it would just be something weird.
Yes, like my lord, John Cena FU'd the Big Show and Edge into the center of the earth, but still won. That was my favorite one because he's like, no. Oh. Fandom Guard, thank you very much. Says, I just started my own channel. Would like any advice you guys could give. Sure. Consistency is definitely the important thing. Yeah, you have to be topical as well, but decide what you want and what makes you different. I think the reason why a lot of channels in the Fandom Menace are successful is because we talk about geek culture stuff, but it's very different. We don't cover shit the way Mecca covers, the way Jesse covers it, the way Gary covers it, the way Jeremy or Ethan covers it. It's all a different spin on stuff that you care about. So if you can offer a different spin on things that people care about, be consistent and have good audio quality, which is not expensive to do. With a couple $100, you can really get a serviceable YouTube channel up. There you go. That's my advice. And if you have any questions, Fandom Guard, you can shoot us questions on Twitter. People in this community are very helpful. No matter what people say, from the outside, oh, you're this hate group and this and that, a bunch of alt-right trolls. We're just a community that wants to help people out. So if you got any questions, shoot us, an email.
After all, we are an alt-right, all-white podcast, so
the whitest. I mean, I'm gonna go
right.
a minute to show my PO box unboxing. So, dude, I am so white that the Nine Rivers Country Club would have me as their one white man.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
How about the
Change
how
the name
about,
of this
how about
podcast
the
to
Beverly
World Class
Hills?
Super Honkies.
Oh God, how about the Beverly Hills Gun Club? Will they have you too?
It's like shooting guns in the house.
Oh man,
That's a dude. That date
I have become like you, Jeff. I've watched a movie every week or so now. Like I have to. It's just something that happens.
I wish it was
It's a great movie.
It is. It's so good.
You know what's funny is the day we end up doing our Beverly Hills Cop commentaries, more people will show up because they'll be like, "Guys, I listened to you talk about this movie for 2 years straight. I got to hear what you have to say about it."
I know.
I'll get very drunk for it. Don't worry.
Oh God. Oh, definitely.
TC Mutt, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, "Beastars was great. It was a great watch on Netflix. Beastars." First, I thought he said Beast Wars. I was like, Beast Wars was great. No, Beast Stars. I'm taking a picture of your recommendation, and I'm going to add that to my instant queue real quick because sometimes I'll look through my phone and I'll remember shit. And sometimes I'll go, "Oh, Jeff, what is this? Check it out." By the way, we did get a new patron while we're on air. Our friend Eric joined us. So, Eric, thank you very much. We appreciate you joining. And if you want more, folks, after hours, we're going to be covering some stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out by then. But I'm adding this show to the list right here. Beastars. In a world where beasts of all kinds coexist, a gentle wolf awakens into his own predatory urges at his school and deals with a murder within its midst. Ooh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Boom, there we go. That gets a thumb, or that got a plus mark from me. So thank you, TC Mutt. I'll give this a watch. It's only 12 episodes long. And do they have more than one season? No, it's just one season. So there we go. Modalicious says, "I completely forgot about Biden, much like Joe Biden. So Joe Exotic is proof Donald Trump and Joe Biden aren't the biggest shit shows in America."
Jeez.
It's been a week, man. It's been one of those weeks. Like, I just, I like our new edict to have a lot of fun on the channel. Yes, sometimes it skirts into the political, but like tonight we're going to cover something. But, we have fun, most importantly.
Oh, definitely.
So speaking of fun, folks, let's start making fun of what's on the screen right here. So, Dion, do me a favor. Read me the words on your screen right now, buddy.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Nickelodeon, Star Trek, Prodigy.
What word does not match? Or what's the word? What is not like the other?
One of these things is not like the other. What the fuck Nickelodeon's doing here?
Oh yeah, Nickelodeon definitely. It has to be that.
Yes, it's got to be Nickelodeon.
Would you guys like to hear the premise of this show? Good night,
no.
Brian Late.
Unless it's one of two things. If it's an announcement of them releasing the third season finally of Pete and Pete on DVD, then yes. Or if it's them dumping Salute Your Shorts all the episodes on Netflix. Other than that, I don't care.
Well, be prepared not to care.
Okay.
Because here we go. Nickelodeon and CBS Television Studios today officially revealed the title and logo for its all-new animated series, Star Trek Prodigy, which follows a group of lawless teens who discover a derelict Starfleet ship and use it to search for adventure, meaning, and salvation.
Jesus. Is it animated?
I don't know. Nickelodeon doesn't do cartoons anymore. They'll probably get Hannah Montana and those two kids, Zach and Cody, and that'll be the show. So,
shit, they're running from that shit. Zach,
well, here's the thing. Nickelodeon did a space show in '96 called Space Cases. It was only 2 seasons long. If anybody remembers that shit,
I think I do.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. I don't know. That's 2 seasons. It was like Farscape for kids, basically what it was. It was bad, and I'm sorry, but I was a big '90s Nickelodeon fan until fucking SpongeBob came along and ruined the whole thing. And I hate that show, and I hate everything that happened that Nickelodeon gave to it, and and all this stuff that happened because before then they had such fun stuff to watch, and then once that happened, it's just downhill.
Jesus, that's just.
Sorry, one of the cats was trying to hump the other cats, and it was making weird noise, so I had to stop it. Sorry.
Don't be showing us your spiny little cat dick.
But no, I saw this, and I thought to myself, if you want to take the Star Trek brand, and not only take it, rip its clothes off, throw it over a barrel. Now you're gonna throw it into the dirt, put salt in its wounds, and bury it effectively. It's like, look it. If you're a Star Trek purist, the J.J. Abrams films may not be for you, but Star Trek still was Star Trek. You had your Kelvin timeline, your original timeline, you were fine. Then it's like, hey guys, hold my beer. Here comes Star Trek Discovery, the show that launched 1,000 memes, and most of them funny. Then, if you think that's not enough with the CBS All Access crap, then comes Picard, the show that drops F-bombs in Star Trek. The show that doesn't even have any like cool sets. I saw some clips of it. He's like going down an escalator at like a convention center. I'm like, wow, we finished. Bravo.
Yeah, I watched the first episode as well, and I was like, none of this makes sense because these things shouldn't exist. And like, I know very little about the Star Trek universe. I know enough to be dangerous, but even then, I looked at the first episode and I was like, none of this makes sense at all.
Well, Nick, it gets worse because then there was Star Trek Upper Deck last week, which
Upper Deck.
Oh God, Upper Decker, Star Trek, the USS Upper Decker.
And now finally we have this show, the live action Nickelodeon Star Trek Prodigy, about a group of kids who steal a derelict starship. First off, do they just leave starships like when they're decommissioned? Are they still
okay, what era does this take place in? Just to
It does not say, but it tells me that it's been created by Kevin and Dan Hageman, who work on Troll Hunters and Ninjago, and Ramsey Naito, the EVP of Animation Production and Development. So I guess it is going to be animated. So
okay,
it does say animated. I didn't read that part earlier. Sorry.
Okay, that's whatever. I don't know, man. Like, I guess it's their way of getting into Star Trek, but just like using as little money and effort as possible by doing a cartoon.
It's just Star Trek is like Star Trek's always been a weirdly accessible show for kids, but also it's kind of inaccessible for like normal people, like not normal people, but normies, like they like to say.
Yeah. But I mean, why would you do like Star Trek Starfleet or something like that, or like Star Trek Junior Starfleet or some shit like that? That would kind of make sense, in that aspect of the universe.
Because they want to do the dumbest crap possible. Because stupid people pitch stupid things, and these execs buy in because plot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, Star Trek's really, really been hurting these last few years. I mean, with the two shows and this and Upper Decker. I mean, just oh god. Yeah, I mean, like they can't win. They can't win.
They can't win, and they won't.
I would be actually interested in watching something Star Trek related, because I've never watched anything really Star Trek at all, never got into it. But if it was actually called Star Trek Upper Decker and it was about people going around fucking up each other's toilets, I might be interested. It's like, that's how they defeat the Klingons.
Oh god. We'll see.
Teleport into their ships and just upper deck all their toilets.
Oh my god. Well, the sad thing is the best Star Trek thing that's happened in the last few years is the Orville.
True,
right?
And it's a wonderful show with just like it's a little like a little bit of like poop humor, just enough poop humor in it to be fun, to be hilariously funny, but also to really, you really fall in love with the crew and the cast and everything like that and the way they're doing everything because it's so much fun. And I love that show, and I hope we get more of it whenever things can be made again.
Yeah, it'll come back. It's a good show.
Yeah, I think Hulu bought it off of Fox or NBC or somebody, and they have it now. So hopefully they can make it, with Hulu money, they can make it a little bit better, hopefully, and give us more episodes and stuff. So here's hoping.
Well, guess what? We have some late breaking news. Now that Avatar 2 is out of the way for Christmas 2021, Sony's going to put Spider-Man out Christmas 2021.
Spider-Man 3?
I guess so. The sequel to the Tom Holland one. Yay, more Zendaya.
God. Oh boy.
Jesus.
I know, right?
I've never seen somebody who just doesn't want to be there, just act like they don't want to be there. It's like, act like you are right now. Okay, good. Like, she doesn't want to be there, and they still keep putting it in these movies.
I'm just tired of them making 20-somethings play fucking high schoolers.
Yeah.
It's like, can we get past this, please? Can we get past this shit? Like, you're not going to fucking get the Nickelodeon version of a Marvel movie, all right? Fucking stop having them play high schoolers. That shit ain't that interesting. Nobody likes high school that much.
Or just take him out of high school. It's not like he has countless stories outside of high school.
I know, right? Holy shit.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know, right? Screw me.
High school for Spider-Man was a big part of the Spider-Man, mythos and the comic series was him in high school.
Yeah, we did the math on that. I think it was like 7.4% or something like that. It was a really small margin.
It was lower than that.
Oh God,
4% of the books.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was just really dumb. I mean, and even the Ultimate Spider-Man, which was in high school, no one read that one. No, that one didn't sell.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, I think of like the 400 something issues of Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, there's like 26 issues where he's in high school. That's it.
Yeah, I believe that is the number.
Yeah. So good thing they just keep mining the well of a high school Spider-Man because it's such a prevalent time period.
Yeah.
It drives me fucking crazy. Ultimate was so bad they used it for the next Secret Wars because no one read the Ultimate. No one read Ultimate, especially Ultimate Spider-Man. It's like, what the fuck? Maybe it was because he was fucking in high school the whole goddamn time. And you made Green Goblin some fucking monster thing instead of, the one that people liked.
Jeez.
I gotta say, in regards to the Star Trek show, I'm thinking, is it gonna look like the Thundercats reboot or what was the other show that looked stupid? She-Ra, Princess of Power, the remake of that?
Yep.
Will it take that, they call it Cal Art style? Will it take the stupid Cal Art style, or will it actually have its own identity?
Listen, it's Nickelodeon. I'd be amazed if they had its own identity. Nickelodeon hasn't had an original identity show since 2000. They'll probably, if they're not going to copy that animation style, they're probably going to, they'll pick a semi successful animated show and then they'll just copy it. I really
so
don't see
like
that.
like Rick and Morty or something.
Boom! There you go. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do that. I would not be surprised.
100%. Just without the swearing and shit. So it would look like that, but just not good.
Yeah, or fucking definitely Rick and Morty. I'm buying that for a fucking $1, dude.
Rick and Morty is a very good show, but people need to stop trying to copy its success. It only works for Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, and I think the Hulu one they did all on top of that. I forget the hell it was called, but that one was good too. It's only one season out so far because of everything going on. But that one was really good as well, and it was really funny.
Real quick, people in the chat are still talking about Spider-Man. I had Spider-Man 3 on the other night just for the hell of it because it's on Hulu. It's bad, but we've had worse Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been saying that since I went back and watched it again for like the first time since I saw it in theaters. It's not a good Spider-Man movie. It's not a good movie in general, but considering what's come since then, I can actually watch Spider-Man 3. I've actually sat down and watched it a time or two since then just because I felt like it. It's great when you compare it to Amazing 1 and 2 and the 2 Tom Holland movies.
Take out the dancing shit. Take out emo Peter Parker. The fight scene between symbiote Peter and Harry is great. I mean, the beginning is really great. When he gets fucking attacked by Harry, the fight scene between Black Suit Spider-Man and Sandman. Even though Topher Grace sucks ass, that whole build,
big time,
is great. Fucking 2-on-1, and the whole city's watching Spider-Man get beat to death. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's definitely not terrible.
I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
I was just blown away by Adam Wofford's giant super chat.
I saw that too. It just fucking
50 bones.
Just this fuchsia block just popped up. I was like, whoa.
Thank you to everybody tonight. But Adam Wofford, dude, thank you so much. He says, "Hey, if you want Star Trek and it's about a crew, it's about a crew of misfits, check out Courteous Flush YouTube's channel, where the crew is on their last chance to turn their careers around, based on an original series of Star Trek using tabletop RPG game."
Whoa. Okay.
That sounds kind of fun.
That sounds interesting. I'm gonna check that out. Actually, that really does sound good.
That's been added to the list, or that's been added to the screenshot recommendations, Adam. But I like the idea of having I always like the stories of somebody on their final mission. This is the last shot type of thing. No matter if it's a sports redemption story or it's a down and out cop or some shit. I always like those kind of stories where it's this is their last chance, or you're done, or you're dead. So I do like the high stakes. Apple News is reporting on Doomcock rumors. Now I'm blown away by it.
Oh, really?
It's fucking crazy.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The dude has fucking made it. The gimmick works, America.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to add to the Star Trek Prodigy stuff?
Looks fucking stupid.
I give it 2 episodes and they cancel it.
I do wonder how much.
What are the chances that they get Prodigy to do the theme song?
Who? The Prodigy? Oh, I'm gonna go with 100 to 1 odds. But if they do, I would buy it. I'll watch every episode if the Prodigy does the theme song. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Dude, their music was fun. It was kind of trippy, but it was fun.
Oh yeah.
Brian, I have bad news. If you're still waiting for the Amazing Spider-Man 3, you're gonna have to wait forever.
Yeah, it's not coming.
Also, R.I.P. Gwen Stacy.
R.I.P.
That chick
Pouring out
died.
for the homie. You got killed by the guy in Valerian. Good job.
That
God.
Valerian is not a good movie, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
It could have been so good. That just the missed opportunity of that is what pisses me off. Because I've only read like one of the comics, but you know, I thought I was so excited for that shit, especially with Clive Owen, and I was like, all right, cool, man. But damn, that movie was such a missed opportunity. It was fucking depressing.
Yeah, and it was. I think it was done. It was written and directed by the guy who did Fifth Element, and I was kind of excited about it too. And I was like, "Oh, come on, man! Can we get another Fifth Element for for this decade? Can we get something that cool?" No.
Yeah, dude, it sucked. It's like fucking, and again, like Mila Jovovich, goddamn Rihanna is a fucking harbinger of bad film, dude. Like it's just,
God, you're
I
right.
hate being right about this shit. I hate being right about this shit. But the minute I saw Rihanna, I was like, God, I think that movie's gonna be bad. And sure enough. She's
Yeah.
a fucking squiggly alien that turns into fucking water or some dumb shit. I was like, God damn it.
Poor Luc Besson.
Luc
Didn't he-
Besson.
Didn't he have
Is-
Luc before that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
Wait,
It's
wait,
like
wait,
Rihanna, like
what
just
happened?
this symbol that this movie's gonna be terrible. Like we should go through the catalog and
Yes.
look at her filmography
Yes.
and see how terrible every movie is. Because it's kind of like one of those things. It's how like the old jump the shark joke was if what was it, Ted McGinley joined the cast of the TV show, it had jumped the shark and it wasn't good anymore, which I disagree with because Married with Children was so much better with him on it.
agreed.
So like,
Jefferson Stark
it's like
better than
Rihanna that. Oh yeah, so it's like Rihanna that version of it. Like if Rihanna's in the cast of a movie, it's going to be bad.
Yes. She's the new Mila Jovovich because Mila, she's creeping up on 40. She's pretty soon she's gonna actually get intelligent and pick better films.
Well, to be
and
fair,
she's giving
Rihanna
it
is
to
only 32, dude. She's a couple months older than me, so she's not creeping up on 40 for a while. I don't want to feel that old.
No, Mila Jovovich is creeping up on 40.
Oh, I was like, Rihanna ain't that old, but
No. Don't worry. I'm not trying to backhand and insult you too. I'm just saying, Mila Jovovich, pretty soon she's gonna start making good decisions. I think Hellboy punched her in the chops. She's like, listen, I gotta fucking pay attention to this shit. I just can't keep saying yes. And she's passing the torch off to Rihanna. And goddamn it, she is. I'm telling you.
well, if you look right here, I have all the Rihanna films.
Oh God.
First
There you
off,
go.
I didn't
There
know
you
that
go.
Rihanna's name is actually Robin Rihanna Fenty.
That's
Yes.
weird. Also, yeah. What is it? What is it? Bring it on, All or Nothing. Like, did anybody watch that?
Shit,
Is
she
it-
was in it and she
no.
didn't watch it.
Oh God, Battleship is a good example of
Katy
shit.
Perry, part of me. I wonder who Rihanna plays in the Katy Perry movie.
Oh God, Ocean's 8. Go figure. Annie. I don't think anybody watched the new Annie.
That was a flop.
It was a huge flop.
That was a bomb.
Fucking-
Well, because remember, everyone was like, "Oh, you're a racist if you don't go support this
Oh
movie."
God, yeah, I remember that. Oh jeez.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
millions of people skipped it.
Fucking Jamie Foxx. Fucking that trailer still makes me laugh. Just some little black girl running down the street in New York runs into him. Where you going so fast? I got places to be. Whatever the fuck she said. It runs off. And the minute I saw that, I was like, that movie's gonna suck. 'Cause if your whole character is sassy black child, 9 times out of 10 that movie's gonna be bad. They're every 10 of those movies, 9 of them are fucking bad. Don't ever start your career being the sassy black child. It isn't gonna fucking work.
Just ask Leslie Jones.
Ask Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
I don't. But yeah, I'm looking at the movies that Rihanna did. This
They're
is
all
the end,
bad, dude.
well, this is the end is probably the best one.
That doesn't count though, because she's in it for 5 minutes,
Do you want to hear something?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like a huge ensemble cast of
That's
just
true.
and then it's just Craig Robinson hitting on her.
people in movies.
And her part was actually funny.
Right.
I liked it. Like I said, I bought it on Blu-ray. I liked it. You want to hear something embarrassing though? When you were like, name a Rihanna film, I was like, she's in Disturbia, and I was like, no, she sings the song Disturbia. She ain't in that movie.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, it's
I was about to get really confused. Like, who is she? Is she Shia's other girlfriend or something? What the fuck? Is it Trinity in that one too? Carrie Ann Moss?
No, yeah, she's the mom.
That's right. Fucking Disturbia. Holy shit. Oh my god. The only other movie where it's kind of believable that fucking Shia LaBeouf can punch you out.
Yeah, but I did really like Disturbia. Though. I thought it was really good.
I like it a lot.
I like that movie.
I just for a second I was gonna be like, "Yo, who was Rihanna? Was she another high school student?" That's weird.
She was high school student number 2. And you just kind of saw her in that blurry scene when he was in class.
Yeah, she just screams "Umbrella." And then
Hello.
Hey.
hey, I love that song too.
She's the new Jamaican exchange student. Yeah, man.
she's the fucking Jamaican exchange student who he bangs in the end credits with Carrie Ann Moss.
There you go.
I'd watch that movie. We have somebody in the chat named Dr. Richard Kimball. Shout out to you. I love The Fugitive.
Yep.
I don't care.
Jinx, I don't care, my man.
So, there's the Rihanna filmography. I think we have covered as extensively as it should ever be covered. Bye.
More bombs than were dropped. More bombs than were dropped in World War II.
Ooh.
That's a spicy one. That's a spicy one, Rihanna. How you feeling about that one?
Yeah. It's not the hardest she's ever been hit.
God damn.
God, that is the worst. Hey, look.
Chris Brown.
There's more Star Wars news, guys, that just broke. Colin
Really?
Trevorrow off his unused Time Marauder ship from his version of Star Wars 9. Let's pull that up real quick.
Oh my god!
All this different versions of shit. Let it go. Let it go.
But just goes to show you how inept they were in terms of preparation. How do you screw up such a big franchise with terrible preparation? Like here, I'm going to show you this picture of the Time Marauder. We joke each week and say this couldn't be stupid. Like you couldn't get dumber with designs and ships. Some people are going to like this. I get it. That's fine. I think this looks dumb. It doesn't.
Is it a double-decker Star Destroyer?
It's a TIE fighter. I don't know how to describe that. There you go. There it is.
What?
Oh, come on.
Is that?
That is a
Hey
time.
guys, doesn't look so cool.
So what? You can fight X-wings with you and 2 buddies? What are you doing there?
It's a co-op.
It's like the couch co-op of starfighters.
That doesn't. How the? I just.
Fast and Furious.
Oh god, I just don't know. That are those 2 engines or those 2 things for people to sit in? Like,
well, hold on.
I have things for people to sit in.
I have a quote from him.
Okay.
So this one, my son and I designed a ship. I have 2 ships. One of them is at the theme park at Disneyland. This is another one. It only exists in this 3D model. It's called the Time Marauder. And for Christmas, the guy painted it for me. I only had this 3D model. Now it's the only one in the world. And it's an amazing memory for me when I got to do something that was an incredible experience from start to finish, that I was able to make a Star Wars ship with my son. So can't make fun of that story. But what do you guys think of this?
Little kid made it.
Yeah.
It's a spaceship, but it's just the 3 cockpits.
Are you sure it's not a Cadillac, bro?
Yeah, it's just like I guess your kid drew it as well. So
I mean,
I just don't understand how that would function.
I don't either. Like, do you have 3 pilots?
Right.
And is there still 1 engine and only the back of the middle section? Like how you have 3 people and only 1 engine? Like it's like those bomb dropping ships in what is it? The Last Jedi or whatever.
Yep, oh god, those are terrible. The bottom opens up and gravity just sucks the bombs out.
Yes, they're magnetic. That's how they work. Don't you know gravity works? Like, yes, but it doesn't work in this universe for some reason.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
What would be the function of having two other pilots? It's like,
I don't know. To two other people yell
This
at
is
you.
the same-
why am I
this
trying
is
to
the same
rationalize
group
this
of
and trying to
people-
explain it?
This is the same group of people who were like, the whole premise of the movie is the resistance is running away because they can't jump to light speed, but also because the New Order isn't going to use light speed to get in front of them, but they're just chasing them because they want to chase them. So yeah, here's a 3-pilot ship. Thanks. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to use.
It's
we're not
nice
gonna
that him
use
and his kid got together to do something. So
That
there's
is
that, but
nice.
it's just
Yeah,
Listen,
know,
don't be teaching your kid.
just looks
that
really
everything's a great
impractical.
idea.
yeah.
Yeah. Come on,
What?
kid, use your brain.
The thing is, it's like, hey, one well-placed laser blast, and you lost 3 pilots. So your military force is going to be shot to shit quickly.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yes, you could advance technology, but like the TIE Interceptor, excuse me, was like the perfect evolution. You went from the TIE fighter, you had Darth Vader's ship, which was in the first movie, and then you had the bombers in the second one, and you get to the third, and they have the TIE Interceptors. But the thing is, they kept the old ones too. Nowadays, you can't like make a natural evolution of ships. Hell, even George Lucas in the prequels, they were able to retroactively go back and de-evolve the X-Wing and the TIE fighter, and it was cool. But you get this modern version, it's like more X-Wings, more TIE fighters, and maybe I sound like old man yelling at cloud number 7, but this was your opportunity to not do the same shit. And I don't care if I see the the X-Wings fly over water. I don't care if I watch one skid out in outer space. It's not that cool. Like the shit from the first film, it looks better than whatever we're getting nowadays. So
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff. The chat does not like this one. Woo!
Yeah, it's dumb. It's really dumb. Like, what's the maneuverability of that going to be? It's 3 cockpits. Like, how's it going to fucking turn?
Just three assholes trying to agree on where to go.
Yeah, we're going left. No, right. No, we gotta bank up. Shut the fuck up, Jeffrey. Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of you, man.
It should be, dude, imagine 3 Karens piloting this ship.
Oh my god, it would get shut out immediately.
Whoa.
I'm the manager.
No,
Crash.
It's just dumb. It's just really dumb. Listen, you and your kid, I'm sure you guys come up with better shit, but you guys swung and you missed on this one.
Just put one Rostico in there and you'll take out the whole fleet. She will hit the first one and it'll cause a chain reaction pinball effect. And there you go. We're saved. The Empire has been defeated.
Using what she loves.
That's right. Driving poorly.
Oh god.
So we are going to open some stuff from the P.O. box. I believe it all comes from one listener, but either way, thank you. So let's turn that on. I guess I should actually turn this camera off. There we go. We can see each other now. Hey, guys. I haven't seen you in a while, but let's open up some stuff from here and let's see what we got. So first off, we have, I think these are all from Wheezy Bird, but he sent us JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Let me actually give myself a full screen setup. We have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay.
Set 1. So it's a nice Blu-ray set. It's got 26 episodes, full HD, all kinds of fun stuff. So thank you very much. We also have Hunter versus Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter number 34, 36, and 32. So I'm assuming that these other books are in this stack. Let's keep finding out. Let's see. We got this from Amazon Prime. We have Yu Yu Hakusho, the Ghost Files, the complete first season. So Jesse and I will finally be able to see the end of that episode that we saw at a bar. So that's kind of a random thing to say, but hey, it'll happen. Let's see what this is from Amazon as well. We have another book, Hunter x Hunter number 35. Thank you very much. Like I said, guys, this box is full of stuff. Let's see what else we got. We got shit. We have My Hero Academia. Let's see. This looks like volume 6, volume 9, volume 7, volume 11, and then Hunter x Hunter volume 3 on Blu-ray. So there we go. I'm gonna basically not do anything besides watch anime and read manga for a while. I'm not upset about that. Let's see. We got boxes. All right. So let's see. We have more My Hero Academia. We have volume 17. We have volume 16. And then we also have... Oh, Death Note. Shit, Death Note. I love Death Note. There we go. You guys should watch this. You guys heard about it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I heard about it. Never watched it. But...
Yeah, didn't Netflix do the... Didn't Netflix do something with it?
Live action with... I think...
terrible.
Yeah. Let's see. The major spike is right. We also have, I think this is the One Piece movie, so that'll be cool. I'm going to start with the books, and then I'll move on to the show and the movies because I got to have context for all this stuff. I can't just go in blindly. So this is another big box, and it's got more manga. We have My Hero Academia volumes 10, 20, 8, 5, 24, and 21. And we also have
Jesus,
Attack on Titan, the complete first season.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Shit. Jesse, I'm glad BuzzFeed's leaving Hulu. I'm gonna watch this shit all day. Look at this stack.
That's a lot of shit. We
got one more box in here. Like I said, if these aren't from WCBs227, I apologize. They don't have any kind of messaging with them. So if it's WCBs227, thank you. If it's somebody else, thank you. Obviously, we appreciate everything. We have My Hero Academia Volume 4, Volume 1, Volume 3, and Volume 2. So, okay, those are numerical. And then inside of this one was also Hunter x Hunter Volume 1, 2, and 4. So we have the first 3 sets of Hunter times Hunter, Hunter versus Hunter, and a lot of books. Holy shit, look at this.
God damn.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit.
So, WCBs227, thank you very much. It's a lot of manga. It's a lot of stuff. I appreciate everything, though. I'm going on a car trip tomorrow. I might take some with me for my car ride. I think I'll start with One Piece since you sent. I don't know, though. My Hero Academia, I've heard a lot of stuff about that. I got all of it. Shit. I'm going to put this over here for now because we do have a show. But WCBs227, thank you very much. And by the way, folks, there's Kendo Exotic. If anybody wants to send anything to the P.O. Box, there is our P.O. Box. WCBS show 14320 Ventura Boulevard, Suite 163, Sherman Oaks, California, 91423. Kendo, did you see the mountain of manga I got?
I heard about it.
Yeah, it's more than this. I'll never have something not to read again. I actually will. I remember when I was younger and I would get Lupin the Third books, and I was like, oh, wait, you're supposed to read this a different way. Because they used to print the thing like, hey, this is the back of the book. You need to start at the beginning. Do they even do that anymore? Nope, they don't even. Actually, they do. They say, read this way in the very back. Because it used to just be like, stop, you're missing the whole story. I thought we've reached a point where society was like, yep, screw you. If you can't learn how to read a book, don't. So. So thank you very much, WCBs227. So I'm not going to make everyone watch me put stuff away. It's not one of those types of channels. It'd be an ASMR for Dion. All right, so we have a couple more things to cover on tonight's show. So What do you guys want to do next? You want to talk about? Oh, we'll talk about something briefly. Bill and Ted. It's getting a theatrical and digital release simultaneously on, I believe, September the 1st.
Oh, wow.
What do you guys think of this?
Mhm.
It's smart. I mean, I'm
Pretty
glad that they're
excited.
still leaving I'm glad that they're still leaving the theatrical release. But yeah, it's smart to get it on VO to get people out there, pay some money to do it, and if it's good, then people will go see it in theaters. But I think it's a smart move.
Yeah, I wanted Bill and
Definitely.
Ted to be the first thing
Get
that
eyes on the product.
It looks like a good movie. I haven't seen the second trailer yet, but from what I had watched, I was sold. So it wasn't really an issue to go see Bill and Ted 3. And, that would have been nice to be the first movie that we went and broke the whole quarantine thing to go see. It's like, hey, quarantine's over. Let's go see a fucking movie. And Bill and Ted would have been the perfect one, but just not happening.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the news trailer they dropped. I think today or yesterday, but I watched it today, and it looks like a lot of fun. It looks hilarious. I just hope it's good. I just really hope it's good, and they're not honeydicking us, So
Yeah, I don't think he'll honeydick us. I think Keanu Reeves being involved the way he is wouldn't put his name on a bullshit project.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, I believe in the guy. Just
Well,
flat
we'll know
out.
in about 5 weeks.
How soon it is.
Oh God, 5 weeks. Holy crap!
know what to do with
Today's the
myself.
23rd of July, so there you go.
Oh wow, that means that theaters open up in a few days. Well, hopefully, some of them are supposed to open the 31st of July. So,
Well, wish in one hand, shit in the other. See what goes
yeah, that's true. Well, as far as I've heard, it's all going to happen. I haven't heard anything different at all. So,
before we talk about something that's a little spicy, and nothing I'm afraid to talk about on the channel, I just know it's going to open up some discussion and some debate. I wanted to share this image with you first because you'll get a kick out of it. So, do we all remember Archie comics?
yeah,
Does anyone really like them here?
No.
Didn't think so.
they were. I mean, I've read Archie's Afterlife because it like that whole the teenage horror slash movie kind of things happening in that, and I've enjoyed those because they kind of represent that thing. But other than that, I don't really care for them.
Now, humor me for a minute, all you guys. What do you think of when you think of Archie? Just a word association, like Archie comics. You just say one word that comes to your mind.
Teen bullshit.
Fair enough. That's one word now.
Jughead.
Okay,
yeah, Jughead, dude. Yeah, Veronica.
Now, would the word simp ever be associated with Archie in your mind?
I don't know how.
Well, because this is all the rage right now. So this popped up, this little joke. This is from a fan, right? This is Archie saying, "I'm a weakling, a coward, a spineless simp." What brought that on? Now, normally when you make fun of a company's product, they don't say anything, or they're like Wendy's and they give you a smarmy comeback. Would you like to hear what Archie Comics' official stance on this is?
Oh God. Yeah, sure. Bring it on. Come on.
Please stop writing Archie is a simp in the comments of our YouTube videos. You will receive a permanent ban from our channel. Thank you.
Dude.
What?
Dude.
So hold on, it gets better. This guy responds with this picture, and Archie responds with the official Archie with a check mark, says, "Delete this."
That is a win. That is a win, goddammit.
Oh God.
I just don't understand, like, why would Archie Comics be so upset?
Yeah, be happy you're getting some sort of like, recognition now all of a sudden because all you got is a damn CW show. That's it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, look, at the internet being the internet, no one's gonna leave well enough alone. Archie is a simp. Please don't write it. So check this out. Here we go. let's look at it together. Let's show the thread, shall we?
Oh my God. Oh, that's wonderful.
Wow, Archie really fucked up. They go, wow, this blew up. Use code SIMP for 55% off your next order on the web store at shoparchie.com.
Hey.
Dude.
And then somebody way down there put Archie's just like used all the characters they could. Oh my god! Oh my god!
I want a T-shirt that says Archie is a simp.
Just get the picture of the little comic thing you just showed. Just get a picture of that. That'll be enough.
Just make it.
Just make it, yeah. This is so weird. Like,
oh my god.
I'm not going to scroll anymore because you never know what might pop up on
That's
that.
true. That's true.
Right.
I wanted to share this with you guys about Archie being a simp. The fact that the fucking Archie Comics backed up and said, you know what? We'll use it as a code. Save 55%. Thank you.
Jeez.
I might buy something now in its honor.
Yeah, because they're giving you such a crazy discount.
So now we're going to talk about, some could argue that this is our main topic for tonight. This is the one that, every once in a while I like to throw out something that evokes some thought process, some, a little critical thinking. Now I'm going to read this to you guys. It's a smidge long, but just follow me and then we'll chime in with all of our thoughts. Cool?
Yep.
Yes.
Attorney General Bill Barr blasts Disney, Marvel Studios, and Hollywood, warns about close relationship with China. Last week, Attorney General Bill Barr slammed Disney, Marvel Studios, and other Hollywood production companies and actors for their cozy relationship with the People's Republic of China. Barr's speech made at the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum specifically addressed what Barr described as the most important issue for our nation and the world in the 21st century. That is, the United States' response to the global ambitions of the Chinese Communist Party. Now, hold on, this isn't as crazy as you think. It goes in a little more. He elaborates. They rule with an iron fist over one of the great ancient civilizations of the world. It seeks leverage on the immense power, productivity, and ingenuity of the Chinese people to overthrow rule-based international systems to make the world safe for dictatorship. He goes on to describe it as an economic blitzkrieg. He elaborates by saying the People's Republic of China is now engaged in an economic blitzkrieg, an aggressive, orchestrated whole of government, indeed whole of society campaign to seize the commanding heights of the global economy and to surpass the United States as the world's preeminent superpower. He specifically notes the ultimate ambition of China's rule isn't to trade with the United States, but to raid the United States. So hold on, this is where we're going. About halfway through the speech, he took aim at Hollywood production studios. He first called them out for their capitulation to Hollywood censors. He states, take Hollywood. Hollywood actors, producers, and directors pride themselves on celebrating freedom and the human spirit. And every year at the Academy Awards, Americans are lectured about how this country falls short of Hollywood's ideals for social justice. But Hollywood now regularly censors its own movies to appease the Chinese Communist Party, the world's most powerful violator of human rights. The censorship infects not only versions of movies that are released in China, but also many that are shown in American theaters to American audiences, he added. To make this point clear, he cites World War Z. For example, the movie World War Z depicts a zombie apocalypse caused by a virus. The original version of the film reportedly contained a scene with the character speculating the virus may have originated in China. He added, but the studio, Paramount Pictures, reportedly told producers to delete the reference to China in the hopes of landing a Chinese distribution deal. The deal never materialized. He then pointed to Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange. In the Marvel Studios blockbuster Doctor Strange, filmmakers changed the nationality of a major character known as the Ancient One, a Tibetan monk in the comic books, from a Tibetan to a Celtic. When challenged about this, a screenwriter explained that if you acknowledge that Tibet is a place and that he's Tibetan, you risk alienating 1 billion people. Or, he continued, the Chinese government might say, we're not going to show your movie because you decided to get political, Barr stated. He then goes on to say, these are just two examples of the many Hollywood films that have been altered one way or another to conform to CCP propaganda. That's too many C's. Barr continued, NSA advisor O'Brien offered even more examples in his remarks, but many more scripts likely never see the light of day because writers and producers know not to even test the limits. Chinese government censors don't need to say a word because Hollywood is doing their work for them. This is a massive propaganda coup for the Chinese Communist Party, he stated. Attorney General also took the time to lay out the motivations behind Hollywood's quick desire to bow before the Chinese. The story of the film's industry submission to the CCP is a familiar one. In the past 2 decades, China has emerged as the world's largest box office. The CCP no longer has long tightly controlled the access up to that lucrative market, both through quotas of American films imposed in violation of China's WTO obligations and a strict censorship regime. Increasingly, Hollywood also relies on Chinese money for financing. In 2018, films with Chinese investors accounted for 20% of the U.S. box office ticket sales, compared to only 3.8% the past 5 years. He then detailed China's aim, like other businesses, to co-opt Hollywood. But in the long run, as with American industries, the PRC may be less interested in cooperating with Hollywood than co-opting Hollywood, and even eventually replacing its own homegrown products. The nation's top prosecutor laid out he believes the CCP would accomplish this feat. He goes into the Disney part. Sorry. Barr wasn't done with this criticism, though. He aims his sight at the biggest fish in the pond, Disney, and gives a quick historical recap of the once iconic American company. He explained in World War II, for example, the iconic American company Disney made dozens of public information films for the government, including training videos to educate American sailors on navigation tactics. During the war, over 90% of Disney's employees were devoted to the production of training and public information films. To boost morale of America's troops, Disney also designed an insignia that appeared on planes, trucks, flight jackets, and other military equipment used by American and Allied forces, he continued. Barr says, I suspect Walt Disney would be disheartened to see how the company he founded deals with the foreign dictatorships of our day. He then cites how Disney's current behavior greatly contrasts their previous one. He notes that back in 1997, Disney stood up to China before quickly capitulating to them. He explains when Disney produced Kundun in 1997, a film about PRC's oppression of the Dalai Lama, the CCP objected to the project and pressured Disney to abandon it. Ultimately, Disney decided it couldn't let a foreign power dictate whether it would distribute a movie to the United States. He continued, but that moment of courage wouldn't last long. After the CCP banned all the Disney films in China, the company lobbied hard to regain access. The CEO apologized, calling it a stupid mistake. Disney then began courting the PRC to open the $5.5 billion theme park in Shanghai. As part of that deal, Disney agreed to give Chinese government officials a role in management, he detailed. He then described that Disney employees at this park display communist symbols of the park's 11,000 full-time employees. 300 are active members of the Communist Party. They reportedly display hammer and sickle insignias at their desks and attend party lectures during business hours. He then warned Disney may quickly learn its capitulation to the Chinese comes at a great cost. Like other American companies, Disney may eventually learn the hard way the cost of comprising its principles. Soon after Disney opened its park in Shanghai, Chinese-owned theme park opened a couple hundred miles away, featuring characters that resembled Disney mascots. So, what do you guys think about this stuff? That this guy, Attorney General Bill Barr is blasting Disney for their practices. We've covered a lot of this stuff about how Disney wants to court this Chinese audience, but they won't. There's this thing. Disney's two-faced. They want to court the Chinese audience, but they also want to be progressive in the West, and they won't put that shit out there. So,
right. One of the many good things to come out of, the recent social unrest is that Disney got called out for taking John Boyega off the movie poster for The Rise of Skywalker. And I think that's a huge part of why he became disillusioned with Star Wars. But yeah, and don't get me wrong, right? Now we're never gonna come on the show and say that the Chinese public shouldn't be able to see movies. Obviously we're not saying that. But yeah, I mean, I think there's one thing that so many people can agree on is the Chinese government is not good, and it is very interesting. And as Jeff said perfectly, it's very fucking two-faced for Disney to jump on the bandwagon of telling people what they should do when they want that Chinese money, man. They will do what they got to do. They'll talk about doing what's right, but when it comes to selling movies, they will do what they can do to get their movie released in China. And yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's a very good question. China has a terrible habit of stealing intellectual stuff and repackaging it and releasing it as some other bullshit. And obviously I'm not a huge fan of people who replace their personality with shit talking China. But yeah, China's government isn't very good, and it's very telling of what Disney actually covets when it comes to their properties, because it sure as shit ain't making the world a better place. It's fucking making money. So every time people want to say that Disney is the force is female and shit, if China told them that they didn't want to see a woman in a movie, they would chuck and change it. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's how it is, and I mean, it's I'm glad there's somebody kind of taking a stance towards it because I mean. I don't like it either. I don't like that they're two-faced about it, and they're spouting all this stuff. Even I think they made a big announcement when the protests happened about them being part of the the BLM movement and things like that, and all this other stuff. And then everybody quickly put up the poster from China and from the U.S. for the Rise of Skywalker, and I thought it was hilarious. But I mean, they're their company. They're worried about money. They can virtue signal and say all the things they want, but in the end, I mean, green is the color that they really care about. They really don't care about anybody else. They'll say whatever they want to, but they really don't care. And as long as they get that money, they get that coin, they get those dollars, they don't care very much about the message and being caught about, the things like that. And it really, and I'm happy that they're doing this with Hollywood and making them realize that, they don't need to bend to China's will and make things a certain way and do this, that, and the other. Because I mean, if China wants these movies, if the people from China are demanding these movies, they'll take them, any way that they'll take them any way that they're given to them. I think once it's said and done with. Because if America just doesn't change them, whatever, the Chinese people want entertainment. They want Western entertainment. That's just how they are. They're going to take it regardless. So,
Hendo, what would you like to add?
There's not much to it. I mean, he's not wrong. It's just pointing out how hypocritical the entertainment industry is with all the shit that they come out with. The whole, it's about progressive. Everyone's important, this and that and the other thing. But then they go and they censor stuff to appease China, who is a massive offender of human rights. I mean, look what they've done they've actually got concentration camps where they put the Uyghur population of China. So you can't go around screaming about how you're all for, everybody's equal and everyone should be treated fine. And then, kowtow to a nation that does the complete opposite of everything you claim to stand for.
Yeah.
So they're finally getting called out as the hypocrites they are. It's great.
Well, I mean, they, especially this year, they've done a lot of shady things. So
this is why when people go like, why don't you like Disney? They make great movies for kids. I don't give a shit what movies they make for kids. They're also two-faced and they do terrible things like this. I wouldn't be upset if the COVID wiped out Disney at the end of the day. I'd be like, you know what? I don't care that your theme parks didn't recover. I don't care. Look at the crap you've done to the entertainment industry. I mean, you're the big, like they say, the big fish. They're the most powerful company in Hollywood. They buy up all the good properties. They screw them up. They infuse them with crap. It was better, like I've said before, the best time for pop culture was the 80s when Disney was on the fucking skids. It was like, well, what about The Little Mermaid? That's at the end of the 80s, dude. Throughout the 80s, they didn't really have too many big hits. Black Cauldron, while it looked cool, I think Katzenberg went in there and cut the film in the negative, so you'll never get the original cut. I don't think The Fox and the Hound made a shitload of money. I mean, we're talking, when you go for the decade with the best of everything, best music, best movies, really good TV shows, all that crap came out, and Disney was doing dick. The more Disney got into power again, things went their way, their whims, or, society softened about certain things, or about family entertainment and this and that and the other crap. Like Disney is a great evil in entertainment, and I don't really want them around. So any bad things that happen to them, I'm not too upset.
Yeah, and I think with this happening, I hope that they lose a lot of money and they have to sell some assets or things. They divide things up, or something happens to where they're not as powerful as they were, which I hope. But I think the best things happen when there's a lot of competition between studios and between equally sized studios and them making stories and making movies and making things we like, and after a while, I guess one studio will succeed. But I mean, at least it's the competition. The competition is there where they have to make the entertainment we love and we want, and they have to battle for our attention and our money. Like that, I think is always a good time in Hollywood when that happens.
Now, folks, there's an after show tonight over on Mindless Entertainment. You can follow the link right here, the URL. It is Thirsty Thursday, and it can be anything you want it to be, but it's going to be fun. So join us over there, Jesse and I. Any idea what you want to talk about yet?
It's a Thirsty Thursday. We're going to talk about serious stuff.
We don't talk about the serious stuff. We just drink and have fun.
Drink and have fun.
The weekend starts early on Mindless Entertainment, folks. So join that right there. Click that shit, and we'll have some fun. And yes, I agree. A world without Disney would be better. Now, I'm going to read a couple super chats. Before people click away, we have one final segment, and it's nothing but fun. It's a visual segment, and you have to watch it with us. The guys have not seen it, and we'll have a good laugh at its expense. So first off, we have a super chat from our friend Modalicious. We read Modalicious. Thank you very much. Joey Bryant, he's next. He says, I know a classic anime, and it's manga adaptation called Beck. It's about a kid journey with his rock band from garage to superstar. One of my favorites. I'm going to take a picture of that one, Joey, because first off, I thought it was like the guy Beck. I was like, oh, cool, they made an anime on Beck. I dig it. I like some of his music. 2 turntables and a microphone. Like I said, folks, I do take pictures of all your recommendations. I have countless screenshots. Well, I take them with my phone so I don't miss them. But yeah, thank you, Joey. I will check it out. Like I said, Wheezy Bird kind of has me locked up on some anime and manga for a while. If I was an ambitious young man, I would watch all of it as quickly as possible, but I can't. But I do appreciate any recommendation you guys have. Albatross Flight says, how does Dion feel about zebras? Scary too?
Yo, man, why they dick so big?
Why we're best friends. Fucking love you.
Love you, Doug.
Our friend Taker610 says, have you guys watched the bizarre trailer for Beyonce's Black is King on Disney Plus? Can't wait for the follow-up White is King.
Oh God, that'll happen, I'm sure.
I can guarantee you a few things in life, and me watching Black is King from Beyonce is one of the things that'll never happen. Like, I don't like Beyonce that much. I think she's an okay singer and she looks nice, but I don't think she can act to save her life.
No, she can't.
She's proved that multiple times.
She can't.
I'm not a cub anymore. Shut up, Beyonce.
I ain't shit anymore, Beyonce. Let's see, Jhando4, thank you very much. He says, what is this new garbage? In terms of Star Trek, well, it's a big mistake is what it was. It's the animated show from Nickelodeon. Now, we live not too far from the Nickelodeon studio. I mean, I could go outside with a sign and say, please don't make it, but I don't think that'll help. You guys?
No.
I wouldn't bet on it.
We have Rafael Jimeno. Thank you very much. He says, LOL hijinks. That's what Star Trek always needed. Rolling eyes. Because, yeah, I agree, Rafael. When I think of Star Trek, I think of hijinks and pranks. No, I think of starships and sometimes deep philosophical thoughts. And sometimes George Takei using a fencing. Is it the fencing sword he uses, or is he using fencing technique with a different weapon?
He's a fencing sword. George Takei was a fencer. He uses a fencing foil.
Oh, okay.
He actually hates the fact that he hates the fact that they made him gay later. I don't know how he feels about the katana. I hate the katana.
Okay, he hates the katana.
He hates that they made it. I don't know if I hate the katana. He might not. But no, he uses a fencing sword.
But yes, Raphael, crazy fun hijinks like Jackass level. Actually, a Jackass Star Trek show would be fucking awesome.
Oh my God.
Let's make it happen, boys. Let's.
It is them going to random alien planets and fucking with them.
Oh my God! Like somebody takes Captain Kirk's toilet paper or something.
Yeah.
He replaces it with 3 shells. He's like, not this again. Just like that.
Can somebody bring back the 3 shells, please?
Yes.
Can somebody explain them first?
Hi, I'm Captain Knox. I'm Captain Knoxville, and welcome to Trek Ass.
Here are the 3 seashells.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be good shit. Hello.
Yeah, sorry. The cats were trying to hump each other again.
Okay.
I was like, we fucking lose communication.
China found Jeff. They took him.
They got it.
Didn't take long for the Chinese to come after Jeff.
Okay, they had me. I'm a robot. I've been assimilated. Borg talk.
No.
1985. Anyway, Bomb Shoes says, I want to see a documentary about the technicians who pressed the button that blew up Alderaan.
Are we really gonna do this, man? We really gonna do this?
I was just following orders, man. What I want to see is the guy who pulls the fucking bar that goes boo, the little lever thing. That's so cool.
You may fire when ready.
The funny thing is that board is a technical director board for like a broadcasting studio. That's all that is.
Nice.
Don't ruin the magic of Star Wars.
I'm sorry.
I'll never forgive you,
dude. Ass. Now I'll never be able to watch that scene again without saying, "Oh, that's just something stupid they use for the radio." Thanks, Nick.
You're welcome. And hey, at least every time you watch it, you'll think of me, so it's fine.
And that was the last we ever heard of Nick.
Oh shit!
I'm just joking. Joey Bryant says, "Why is there no Star Trek Fleet Academy? Because guys, that will require a brain untainted by Rick and Morty."
Jeez.
Like I said, I enjoy Rick and Morty when it's just Rick and Morty. None of this every other show has to be Rick and Morty crap.
Right.
But maybe one day we'll stop trying to chase the Rick and Morty high. I feel like Rick and Morty. I mean, while it's still relevant, I don't even think Rick and Morty is what it used to be anymore.
Definitely not. I mean, they're starting to branch into other shit too. So, but which I get, but.
I mean, you can only do the same thing for so long before you burn out. I get it. Believe me, I understand. But it's just like, I don't know. It's one of those shows that definitely was, one of the biggest things, but it's just kind of, because I guess there was that long 1.5 year gap or whatever between the seasons. I don't know. Maybe I lost interest personally. That was it.
No, yeah, that could be it too, because in 1.5 years, you're going to discover other things and, watch new stuff. So, yeah.
Our friend Adam Wofford, thank you very much for the giant super chat. I will read it again. He says, "Hey, if you want Star Trek and it's about a crew of misfits, check out the Courteous Flush YouTube channel, where the crew is on their last chance to turn their careers around, based on the original series of Star Trek using a tabletop RPG game." Adam also did chime in with a follow-up that says, Tex also has his own YouTube channel, Black Pants Legion, where he talks about BattleTech universe. Also, I might be able to come to Vegas in December. Oh, that would be awesome. If everything holds up with all the coronavirus stuff, we're definitely having the big meetup, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, hopefully it dies down, and we at least by December we can get a little bit of normalcy. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm ready for that, man.
I am beyond ready for it.
Hey, Kendo, I got bad news for you.
What's that?
Top Gun Maverick's been delayed until 2021.
I'll get over it.
Yeah. Bikini 90, thank you very much. Bikini 90 says Spider-Man 3 is incredibly flawed, but one of the things that are good. But for the things that are good, it still makes it enjoyable. I'm in a weird place where there are moments of greatness and then moments of it shit the bed, it turned the bed up. But it still is enjoyable. Yes. Is it a great trilogy? No. Is it close to great? Yes. But if there was a fourth Spider-Man to pick up the steam, look, Nick can attest to this. There are 13 Friday the 13th movies. Very rarely is there multiple good ones in a row. You usually get one or two, and then you get a stinker 5. But then they come back with
5 is
it's amazing.
Yeah, and then 7 happens, and you're like, what?
But then 8 it gets even shittier. And then 9 gets shittier.
Somehow 8 is called Jason in Manhattan, but it's also Jason in Canada, and Jason's on a boat most of the time. So I don't know what's happening with that.
To the end of the movie, and then 7's just random fucking Jean Grey is in the movie for some fucking reason.
And then 9 is Jason goes to hell, and this guy's apparently been chasing him the entire time. It's like, when did you come?
Random black guy.
Yeah, random black guy. When were you in this ever?
Mm-hmm. And then it has a pretty damn good sex scene in Jason Goes to Hell.
That's true. It does. In case anybody wants to know, I did buy the entire series from Shot Factory the day it was announced.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that, yeah, they're and I'm happy because usually you would get only the first 8 and then not 9, which you shouldn't have it, but it's still there. But at least you get all of them now in one pack, which is good. I can deal with that. So.
And don't forget that half of the cast of Andromeda was in Jason.
yes, they were. And the movie was filmed and then shelved for 2 years and then brought out.
Yep.
I always think of Hillary being the folks in the chat. I'll never forget. Dion and I went to watch it in college, and the way the living room was set up, we had the TV, on the wall a little bit, but then we had the couch directly across from the TV. We had a chair that was kind of perpendicular, and then there was this futon that sat against a flush with the wall. And Hillary was so afraid to watch it. She laid on the futon facing the mattress for an hour and a half while we watched it.
Yep, we watched it. I had to be like, cut that shit out. Come over here and watch the goddamn movie.
They're not that scary. They're really not.
They haven't been scary since 2.
I can understand if it was a legitimately scary movie. This is Jason X. The guy gets his arm cut off, they freeze it and put it right back on.
Yep.
Well, okay. Well, there is okay. So somebody said 9 sucked. 9 does suck, but the commentary for it is beautiful because the 2 directors that are in it knew it was dog shit, and I think they did the commentary 10 years afterwards, or sorry, not it's not 10 years, but a few years afterwards, and they totally shit on their own movie. It is wonderful.
I love Jason Goes to Hell, man. That movie
is
so nutty.
It is nutty as shit.
So fucking nutty. Just you're cutting up Jason, and he has a giant heart. I'm gonna eat this shit.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
What the fuck? Oh my god! And then you randomly see a chick's nipples fall off in Jason X.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
true.
do.
That's true. That's true.
He's
Well, also,
naked and android boobs.
oh god, yeah. Well, also in part 9, Kane Hunter kills himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a weird thing to say. Oh,
Rest in
God.
peace, brother. Snell World says Battleship is a masterpiece. Maybe Battleship
Rihanna.
Potemkin, but you know.
Mahalo, mother.
God damn it!
Shit.
It's a fucking movie.
The only time censoring yourself is funny when Rihanna. Never mind. Anyway,
Poor Taylor Kitsch.
we talked about him ad nauseum last week.
We did. I'm here for that guy. If I ever see him on the street, I'm gonna give him a hug.
I want to get him on the
Battleship,
channel.
bro. He probably would do it. Apparently, he's a really cool dude.
J Pat says in the
Well,
EU,
reach out, see what happens.
I will. I'll tell you who I'm reaching out to next, Kenda. You'll like it. In the
Okay.
EU, cobbled together ships were referred to as uglies. More often than not, they performed worse than the original ships they were made from. So, J-Pat, would you consider what Colin Trevorrow is showing as an ugly? Because I think it's an ugly ship. It's so impractical. Jesse, Colin Trevorrow shared a picture from what he was going to have in his Star Wars movie. It was a 3-cockpitted TIE fighter.
Why?
I don't know why, but his son designed it. That's why he like.
Stupid.
It is stupid. Thankfully, that movie never got made. But yeah, J-Pat, they were definitely ugly ships. Well, this is an ugly ship for sure. Leo Breaker 49 says Archie Sonic comics were pretty good for me personally, at least up till a point. Well, I just meant like actual Archie in the Riverside. Was it Riverdale or Riverside?
Riverdale's the show.
Okay. Riverside Drive. That's a block pass. Maybe.
Hymendale.
Hymendale.
Don't you mean John F. Kennedy Drive?
Who the hell is John F. Kennedy?
Who the hell is John F. Kennedy?
We have to do our 35th anniversary viewing party for that film.
Oh god, dude! I got to watch it in the theater the other day, and it was so fucking wonderful.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
a good time. I loved every second of it last week.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get stupid successful, buy a DeLorean, even though I can't fit in the car, and not let you ride in it out of spite.
I hope you end up in the
probably be able to buy our own
critique period then.
DeLoreans.
Yeah.
Hope a dinosaur eats it. Damn it!
Make it happen. I don't care.
Fuck your car.
Yeah. I'm not in my car yet, and I'm pissed off at it. 007 Cloud says, just stop with the MCU Spidey. He's already dead.
Oh god.
Damn.
If I never see another Spider-Man film in my life, I'll be happy. Seriously. Bweezy Bird says, look at the My Hero volumes 24 and 20 covers for Star Wars and Deadpool references. I will definitely have to check those out, Bweezy Bird. I do have those all put away in the box right now, but I will check those out, and I'll be giving you updates when I read these. I want to try to read, like I said, at least get through a couple of them because they're comics. Why am I, dragging my feet? But I want to check a couple of them out, and I'll give you an update with what I think about them. But thank you again, Bweezy Bird. 007 Cloud says, Spidey 3 is bad, but better than Amazing 1 and 2 and more interesting than MCU Spidey movies. I'd watch Captain America trilogy over those.
100%.
I liked Captain America trilogy.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
But I do agree Spider-Man 3 is better than The Amazing 1 and 2. I can't say it's better than Homecoming or Far From Home from a film standpoint, but I enjoy it more, if that makes sense. Andres Fernandez says, can you imagine Hollywood if the Nazis were billionaires and funding movies? Oh, yeah. The Jewish people would be the villain. That'd be messed up. That'd be incredibly messed up. I mean, you're basically having a superpower dictate what you can put in movies because you're trying to make money, and it's the worst thing. I wish people actually cared about this because you're entertained. Look, it's funny, people are like, it's just entertainment. I don't care. What the hell do you watch when you're quarantined?
Exactly.
What the hell do you do when you're on the toilet? People are like, oh, you'll see how useless certain things are. It's like, really though? Because when everything's shut down and you have nothing to do, what do you rely on? This isn't 1990 where you can just, our entertainment is a VCR or some video games that you can rent. No, we have streaming services out the ass.
That's why I'm kind of happy to be alive now, and this is happening now because you have internet and we can watch whatever the hell we want. So it's kind of perfect, but not really. So, yeah,
it is a lot better than. I mean, we can go to Hulu and stream countless things. And where does this influence stop? It's like, well, we don't like your layout of your streaming service or this, that, and the other. It's like, I liked what Disney did in the 90s when they said, we're going to put this movie out because we want to, about street racing. It doesn't matter. And now, they bend the knee. So it's funny. You can dislike their policies, but you can also, there's a lack of respect there because they have no conviction to anything but money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I couldn't imagine that, Andres. I couldn't at all. Bruce Lombardo, thank you very much. He says, can we get a nice live action Winnie the Pooh film again? Like the one about Chris? I liked the one about Chris.
I don't remember that one.
Is there a movie where a man's eaten by a bear? Because that would be a funny movie. You just like CGI a red t-shirt on.
I mean, The Revenant was pretty close to how Winnie the Pooh is. I mean, I don't know about you guys.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
there was that one documentary thing where that guy was like living with the bears and they ate him.
Yep.
We
With Timmy
watched
the
that
Fox
in
in it. Yep.
Oh my God, there was. I think there was a movie from the 70s called Raw or Roar. I forget what it was, but it was a whole family who lived with.
I know that movie.
Yeah, the crazy backstory of that movie, and
I do.
Yeah, it's just the backstory in itself is a documentary. And it's insane. They never finished the movie, but the backstory, even I think it's a 15-minute video you can watch somewhere. Like it is insane. The things that went on in that complex, I should say that compound, really.
Well, you got to watch this YouTube channel called Good Bad Flicks. They do an entire video on it.
That's where I saw that. That's where I saw that the doc actually was on there, and they did a good job of it, man. But it was just like the horrible things that happened on there, the weird things that they would do, and just like, oh man, it was ridiculous.
Let's see. We have Jack White who says, Jeff, have you read any of the One Piece manga volumes you got? Not yet, Jack. It's been a busy week for me. I have a couple things I've been trying to take care of, and we have to go out of town to visit somebody who's moving, and then next week is the anniversary. So while there will be podcasts and you won't see any gaps in the channel, it'll just be, I'll be gone. So, because we leave, next Friday?
Saturday.
Oh, next Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that late. I thought we
I
left.
think it's really the first.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm there no matter what, so.
We figure out Tuesday.
I get Tom. Let's see, but no, Jack, I have not. But like I said, I will update everyone. I'm trying to come up with a segment on the show that's like, this is my weekend manga or anime. This is what I thought. Tell me more what you guys want, and I'll do it. I'll make it happen. Jake Brooks says, first time I've been able to watch the show from the start. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay safe. Well, thank you, Jake. We will keep doing what we do. We love the show. It was funny. There have been times where we're talking about, oh, maybe we should shake things up or do this, but we've never once considered not doing the podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the cornerstone of our brand,
Yeah,
man. Jack White, thank you very much again. He says, as said it best, these people at Marvel and Lucasfilm don't want diversity of thought and opinion. They really don't. They want a specific...
I live my life 1 mile at a time.
I need a 15-second car. You know how people take great pleasure in introducing someone to a new film series?
Mm-hmm.
I've been slowly showing Jesse the Fast and the Furious, and at points I'm embarrassed. And
Here's how old that series is, because the first movie is him stealing VCRs and TVs.
Rick Yoon is stealing VCRs and TVs. That guy doesn't have a career either.
That's how old that series is.
2001, right?
I think so, yeah.
God damn, dude.
And apparently, from what Ludacris said, in an interview, I think a couple weeks ago, he said the next one's going to be in space. So,
good for him.
It's going to happen.
Let's see. Jack White also says another series recommendation for you is The 7 Deadly Sins. Well, thank you, Jack. That has been added to my list. And Andrew Clark says Assassination Classroom 47 episodes. Sorry, Assassination Classroom 47 episodes. Good ending. All right. Well, your recommendation was in the same picture as Jack White's, Andrew. So I will check that out too. Everything's going chronological though. What people recommended first was the one I'm going to be checking out in that order. Snell World says I didn't realize Bryce Dallas Howard was Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3.
Yep.
I didn't. I mean, I knew that's who played her, but I didn't know who she was until I saw that film.
I've always found her, like, regardless, she's really hot, but she's also really irritating.
Same. I feel better too.
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's her face or whatever. It's just like you're just irritating to listen to and see act. Like, just stop.
007 Cloud. I will go back years. I realized I didn't read that one, but Bryce, she was also pregnant in that movie, dude.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, she couldn't tell.
Yeah, that's Magic Hollywood.
Would you say she's the best Gwen Stacy of the two we've had?
I don't know.
I mean,
Yes.
Emma Stone or Bryce Dallas Howard?
Okay, all right.
Emma Stone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll go Bryce Dallas Howard. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm going Bryce Dallas Howard.
Our friend 007 Cloud says, Yu Yu Hakusho, that's good shit. With Ghosts of Tsushima out, watch Rurouni Kenshin anime. I will take a picture of that. If I had the time, this Ghosts of Tsushima game looks really fucking cool. And the fact that it has an Akira Kurosawa mode where it's in black and white, I really want to watch it, or play it, but I just don't have the time right now. So people can tell me how it is, and maybe around Christmas I'll pick up a copy. And then finally, we have Fat Steven Seagal, beat up Ryan Johnson, says, can we get Disney characters to redo Glitter? Why not? The first one wasn't good, so why not redo it? Mariah Carey's legacy is lacking. Now,
I don't think anything saves that movie.
Nothing saves that movie. Now, let's save this show with a final segment. It's a lightning segment. It'll be a lot of fun, though, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember the other week when we were obsessed with the face app, with the morphing of all the faces?
Oh God, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a couple of celebrity mix-ups, mashups, if you will, and they're incredible. You guys ready to go on this journey with me?
Let's do it.
God,
Yeah.
yes. Let's do this.
So first off, we have Walter Dwight.
Oh my God.
Now, please tell me your favorites along the way. I have a personal favorite. You'll know it when I can't stop laughing. Up next, we have Ben Stiller.
Oh my God.
Family?
Deuce Lee.
Oh my god.
That's offensive.
Deuce Lee. Jesus.
We have Snoop Dogg.
I'm in. I love it.
That's
I
my
love it.
favorite.
That's a good
my
one.
favorite.
That's it.
my favorite. Snoop Dogg. Sacrifice everything.
We have Shania Twain.
Oh. Rough.
Then we have Don Wayne. What's for you, Dion?
That's
Goodness gracious.
that surprisingly fits. It's
It
weird.
fits very well, yeah.
A little too well.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Oh jeez.
Are we just gonna leave Don on our screens there, buddy?
Apparently.
So after we have Don Wayne, let me just share that. Sorry,
The cats are fucking again.
they got me again.
The little pokey
now-
dicks just won't stay in.
They're not fucking. They don't fuck. They are both neutered males who don't have sex.
Now I have a question for you, Dion. Did you?
Jeff doesn't understand the difference between fucking and fighting.
It's all the same, just like that song says. Did you notice in space they have meth mouth with Kid Spock?
Oh, no. That's just.
Come
Ugh.
on.
Ugh.
Come on, that's so mean. That's so mean.
He's logical and a crackhead.
He's logical about his crack.
Now, Dion, who's the greatest wrestler of all time, and why is it Will Flarrell?
Oh God.
Hope that makes his more recent movies better.
Now, there's such thing as going
Jeez.
too far, and we've gone too far when we introduce us to
Oh.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh God, I wish he looked like that. I wish he
Jeez,
looked like that.
that really does go together, but it's just like it's really off-putting.
Imagine if Bam was that fucking buff.
He wishes.
I mean,
wishes
if
he
he
was.
quit, if he quit drinking, he'd be that buff.
Well, hey, to be fair, Van Damme was on cocaine during this whole film, so you can be in an altered state and look that good. You just got to want
obviously you need to be on cocaine to be able to finish that fucking film.
and Kylie Minogue.
Jeez.
Well, that's
Now,
Good for
now
him.
the next the next two are nothing special. First off, we have Larry Potter. That's Larry
God.
David.
Okay, yeah.
The spell
And-
is predict.
Rihanna Reeves.
That's
Oh,
that was
gosh.
that looks really bad. That looks really bad.
Yeah.
Now here's the one that always breaks me. Kim Jong Un.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Alrighty then.
We have Ariana Gandhi.
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck?
Oh, God.
It's
There's
like
also
the head's too small.
I know.
The head's way too small.
Yeah, it's so weird.
That one looks weird as fuck.
Nicholas Back.
They might not suck if that was the case.
He cloned himself 4 times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at this photograph. Oh my god.
You don't love the fucking 90s classic Steven Tyler Thomas from
Oh,
Home
my
Improvement?
God.
That Christmas
up
movie
next-
sucked dick.
We have Cameron Diaz.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's with the shadow on the forehead?
Leave your racism at home.
Yeah.
We have Odin Wilson.
Odin Wilson.
Wow.
Bradley Strooper.
Oh, my God.
Bradley-
No,
yep,
no.
Yep.
No.
Yep. He gets the
Ben
bitches.
Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
That kind of fits.
How about
That-
this family?
Here's my second favorite one, guys. Diabetes.
Had his last flavor time.
How about Vanilla Price?
Oh, my God.
Oh Jesus.
If there's a problem, he'll solve it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if she's separately abled or whatever she calls herself, single partnered, but here's Eminem Watson.
Oh my gosh, something's wrong. I can feel it.
Yeah. Then we have Michael Drake.
Oh, my God.
That's too good.
That is that is really good. That is
Not a bad look for Drake.
Steroids. Yeah. He's on that shit that makes your head grow.
Here's Mark Goldberg.
Wahlberg wishes he could be
He
there.
looks angry.
Christopher Spocken for our science fiction fans.
Oh,
I'll allow that. I'll allow that entirely.
Well, would you allow Elton John Goodman?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Absolutely.
I love
He's
that.
definitely
picture.
not a bottom. Definitely not a bottom.
that's
Yep.
that's
Oh,
now
well,
my new favorite.
We only have 3 more. We have Hulk fiction.
Holy shit.
Pamela Sanderson.
Oh, geez.
Ugh. I mean, he would do a movie like that. I mean, he's
He
done
would
it before.
He would.
And then finally, Jim and M.
that Stans let himself go.
Yeah, man. I write you, but you still ain't calling. So, let's see. We had a couple more super chats roll in. First off, we had our friend Ironcaster that says, Lupin the Third, if you want heist-based anime, think Oceans plus Bond. Ironcaster, Lupin the Third is my favorite. That's one of the few anime, manga, anything. I buy the figures, the video games. I love Lupin the Third. So I'm already a big fan. I think of him as like a James Bond, a humorous James Bond clone. Unlike Golgo 13, who's just a serious James Bond clone. But I like it either way. Oh, our friend McKinney90 says I lost it at Vin Stiller. they're so well done. That's why I wanted to share these. It's not like they're crappy photoshops. And then our friend Fat Steven Seagal beat up Ryan Johnson says price, baby.
I like that one.
I'm glad everyone enjoyed that. Juan R says Dion or Little Richie is what Drake looks like. So there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, Little Richard, Lionel Richie. I thought he said Little Richard. I was like, it gives you
One of the goddamn Richies.
one of them, one of those singing motherfuckers.
Anaconda malt liquor gives you Little Richard.
Wait,
Gunsmoke. Well, I said, do you want to live on? Do you want to keep going, man?
I love that movie.
It's so good.
So, folks, we have reached the end of our episode. This is episode 227. Nick, anything you need to share, like to share, want to share?
Yeah, let me do the screen share thing real quick.
It's the Friday the 13th clock.
God damn it. Yeah, I'm actually going to be on Raiders of the Lost Flicks channel tomorrow watching Hard Hunted, an Andy Sedaris movie. I've been doing it with these guys for the last I think two months now or something. We've been watching weird movies on Fridays and drinking, having a good time. I get white girl wasted, and watch these crazy old 80s movies. Good time. I highly recommend it because you need it at the end of the week. You do. Also, a film recommendation for me. I've watched this movie like 3 times now. Cosmos. Cosmos explores the thrilling first hours of first contact when 3 amateur astronomers accidentally intercept what they believe to be fate-coded signal from a distant alien civilization. This is a movie that was made over 5 years for $600.
Damn.
All right, and it looks like a Hollywood. It looks like a Hollywood movie. Okay. Highly recommended. It's all over everywhere. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Hulu. It's on Tubi. It's everywhere.
Kavite Shea, you actually, yes, 227 was an interesting show. We forgot to say it. We mentioned it off air. Tonight's episode 227, is dedicated to Jack Hay, our favorite
Jack
lady.
Hay.
227. I mean, Marla Gibbs is cool and all, but I prefer Jack Hay because she was on Sister Sister, and that was a good show.
She's a thick ass woman.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ray! What you doing, Ray? It's just so dumb, but I loved it. It's
Such a bad show. It's actually a terrible show, but goddamn it, I love it too.
Dude, I put on an episode of Step by Step for the shit of it. Jessie got fucking pissed off. She's like, "What is this show?"
It was the worst part of TGIF, but I get it, man.
Oh my god,
I get it, dude.
Folks, Kendo, Nick, is there anything or Dion you want to share before we go?
I just fucking love you, dudes, and fuck James Cameron.
Jimmy Kimmel, you're next.
Yeah.
So, folks, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go to After Hours. You can join us over there on Patreon, $1 a month. In August, we'll have those features over on Subscribestar as well as here on the tiered platform for the membership. So, if you guys want bonus content, we'll always have the YouTube stuff, but we're going to branch out and give you more stuff that people on YouTube might not want. Sadly, the reality sometimes is YouTube. It's like, this is the trending shit. You got to talk about it. It helps you build your channel. Yes, I would love to talk about this TIE fighter somebody sent me or something like that. But, whatever. So we'll do that over there. But until next time, folks, this is World Class Bullshitters signing off. And as always, be excellent to each other.
.com/Jack Hay.
Ray! Remember last week when we let the end broadcast button just linger for a minute and we had that great ending on all the Bond actors playing historical characters from the Civil War?
Yes. It was so good.
Yes.
I love
it. It was a good time.